I'm ready.
Give the show a call at 330-821-1310.
Good call, Meatball.
Watch the Sam Bourquin Show on the AM1310 Facebook page, the Q92 YouTube page, and on X. This is the Sam Bourquin Show on AM1310 WDPN.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the Sam Bourquin Show on AM1310 WDPN. I am Ryan Keller. Thanks for joining us today. It's Masters Day. The Masters kicking off today, and right now, Burns, he is on top in the clubhouse, 5 under for his first round. Sam Burns had a pretty good round. I've been in and out. I haven't watched nearly as much as I would have liked to have watched today. It's been a busy day. It's been a very, very busy day, and we've got a great show. Lots to talk about. Definitely going to hit up a lot about the Masters today because it's Masters Day. It's officially underway. And who doesn't love listening to Jim Nantz? The way he opens that up is just, it's perfect. The whole tournament is perfect. I was reading, was it Calavecchio, I think is his name, former Masters champion, won a bunch on the tour. He actually got kicked off the property yesterday. You are only allowed to have a cell phone on the property on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, cell phones aren't allowed. You're not allowed them on the property. And he had it. He had one on him, and they asked him to leave and escorted him out of off the property. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Got a great show coming up today as well. We're waiting for Matt Tifft, former NASCAR driver. In the NASCAR Cup Series, he worked his way up, went to the Truck Series, and ended up becoming a NASCAR driver. Had to leave NASCAR due to some medical issues. Then became the youngest owner, charter owner in NASCAR history, and he has done something amazing. He sold his charter, and he has purchased the Mansfield Speedway, and it's got a YouTube channel. And they are totally resurrecting this beautiful dirt track. Well, it was dirt, and then it went to asphalt. The Craftsman Truck Series ran there for a little while, and he's bringing it back. It went completely neglected, I think from like 2018, 2017 until he bought it last year. And he bought it halfway through the season, or through the summer, and folks, they're opening it up in May. The amount of work that they have done on this track is unbelievable. And he's documented it all on Matt Tifft on YouTube. And I've been following along from the very beginning. They got a big weekend coming up, and Matt's supposed to be joining us here. So as soon as he gets in, we are going to have him join the show, which is going to be awesome. Got some audio from the Browns head coach, Todd Monken, at a press conference yesterday, said some pretty cool stuff, talked about missing the team photo that we're going to get into. Got some audio from that as well. Jay Wilhelm is going to be joining us just after 4:30 today, and we are going to be talking about the Masters. And the Masters is one of our questions today. What's our three, I forget Sammy's formats. Poll question Thursday?
He goes for the 3-question Thursday.
3-question Thursday. So myself and Mr. Rainsberg put together, oh man, I still don't have the spatial awareness in the studio, but our 3 questions.
It's hard to tell from that perspective, but it's a bit of a tight squeeze.
It really
you can't really tell, but
so
he doesn't have much foot room.
If you're looking on screen, this is the gap that I have. It's probably a good, 3 foot, 4 foot?
Maybe.
I'm a bigger guy too, so it makes the space even smaller. But no, a lot of cool stuff going on today. What our 3-question Thursday? What's our 3 questions, Ryan?
First of all, we have, how do you feel about Todd Monken missing the coach's photo last week, or April 1st, I think we decided on.
Yeah.
Your request, the second is, who do you think is going to win the Masters? And Our third question is, what is your all-time favorite cartoon?
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot. We'll explain that one as we wait for Matt to come in. So the three questions. So the first one was about Todd Monken, and I personally don't see it as a big deal. I think it was unfortunate and not even on Todd Monken's fault. I don't think it was his fault. He wanted to look good. He wanted a haircut. And unfortunately, they changed the time of the picture, and he wasn't able to get there. A lot of people making a big deal out of it. Mike Voorhees checking in on the 3-question Thursday. Todd Monken's he sucks is what Mike has to say. He's picking Rory to win the Masters, and his favorite cartoon is DuckTales. With the Monken thing, we'll talk a little bit more about it in 5 o'clock hour. It's not a huge deal to me. I think it was just an unfortunate set of circumstances that forced him to miss the picture. And we've got audio, him talking about it and how he feels about it as well. Who do I have to pick to win the Masters? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, it's one of those things where after day one, you want to get that good start. Day two, you want to keep it, and then you want to moving Saturday. I'm going to go with Patrick Reed. I think Patrick Reed is going to win the Masters. He's in the house, in the clubhouse after his first round. He was 3 under. Currently, Burns is 5 under, and he's complete. Rory is 5 under through 16. Katayama, Day, and Reed are all in the clubhouse at 3 under. 3 people have won back-to-back Masters tournaments throughout its history. Jack was the first to do it. And then I think Nick Faudo did it. Tiger did it in 2001 and 2002, and that's it. That's it. Rory's got a chance to be number 4 on that list. He's putting in a good opening round right now, and we'll keep an eye on that throughout the day. And favorite cartoon, my favorite cartoon, 3-question Thursday. Oh man, it's really tough because here's why this question came about. My daughter and I started watching cartoons on Saturday and Sunday mornings. And we've gone back and we've looked at a bunch of old ones. And I'm really into that animated Batman right now. Love the animated Batman. So that's my 3-question Thursday. I'm indifferent about Todd Monken. We'll go with Patrick Reed, and we'll say Batman, the animated series. So, yeah, text in the show, 330-924-7088. Give us a call, 330-821-1310. You can also comment on YouTube and Facebook and all that fun stuff. Join the show. Come on in. Communicate. Chat. Let's go. Talk it up. Here till 6 today, filling in for Sam Bourquin as he's on vacation. Appreciate you guys joining us today on AM 1310 WDPN. We're going to step away and take a break, see if we can get Matt Tift on here, and then we will be right back on Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN.
AWP Safety, North America's leading traffic safety company, wishes the best of luck to Stark County student athletes this fall, and they need you. Join AWP as a protector for steady work and an important job keeping people safe. They offer paid training, certification, referral bonuses, and advancement opportunities. To apply, visit jobs.awpsafety.com. That's jobs.awpsafety.com.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. Hungry kids get sick more often and can struggle in school. It can be harder for them to focus and learn. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good, healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures.
We want to ensure that all of our kids have healthy meals every day.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping feed our kids.
To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go. Almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show on AM1310 WDPN. It's Ryan Keller filling in for Sammy B as he is on vacation. And today is 3-Question Thursday. And got some more answers coming in. Christian saying, doesn't care about Monken missing an irrelevant picture that has zero bearing on how the Brown season will go. I love that one. He is picking Rory McIlroy to win the Masters, and he's going to go with Transformers. I know Christian's a big Transformers fan. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't seen Transformers 1, it's good. It's fantastic for a Transformers movie. That is animated. They did a really, really good job with that. Let's see here. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers were in action last night. They defeated the Atlanta Hawks 122-116. That's their 4th straight victory, too. And this is going into the playoffs. Donovan Mitchell, he led all scorers with 31 points, marking his 200th. Wow, I had a little tongue twister there. Marking his 200th regular season game with at least 20 points as the Cavalier. If you think about that, it doesn't feel like Donovan Mitchell has been in Cleveland that long to where he has 200 regular season games with at least 20 points for the Cavaliers. Evan Mobley recorded a big double-double, almost like a double-double. He had 22 points and a career-high 19 rebounds.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a huge game, 22 and 19. That's pretty ridiculous right there. That's pretty ridiculous. Let's see, who else do we have? Harden added 21 points. He rough night shooting from the field, 6 of 23 for Harden. And then Dean Wade came back, had a 7-game injury, and then finished with 8 points and 4 rebounds in 21 minutes. So returned from 7-game absence. He started last night. 8 points and 4 rebounds in 21 minutes. That's a good welcome back from an injury. The win takes the Cavaliers to 51-29, ensuring they will finish no lower than the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. They remain just a half game behind the New York Knicks for that number 3 seed. And matchup has a potential preview of a 4-versus-5 first-round series. So we'll see how that ends up. 2 teams will meet again on Friday. So not tonight. Tomorrow, the Cavs and the Hawks will be back in action. So Cavs kind of getting all their pieces back, trying to stay healthy. And that's the hard part. Like, is you don't want to rest these guys too much leading into the playoffs. You want to make sure they're healthy. You want to make sure they're good. But you don't want them to rest too much. You want to keep that flow going. And especially if you've got guys who are coming back in and you're putting them back into the rotation, you want them to get that game action, because practices, you can only do so much in practice. You can only do so much. Practice. We talk about practice. We need like a hotkey of Allen Iverson there. But you can only do so much in practice. You need that game speed, that game tempo, but then you risk the potential of injury. So it's a slippery slope to try to walk on going into the playoffs. But the Cavaliers seem to be getting everything going. They seem to be doing everything they need to do to put themselves in a good position for the postseason. And I like that.
I think they have a good position overall as long as they can avoid the injuries. That's their biggest problem. Is like last year, they had a really good chance of making it a lot farther, but injuries.
Yeah,
every time.
I mean, they've had enough time now to where, Harden is should be fully integrated
for sure
into the system and know how everything's going. He's been in the league long enough. These offenses probably, I mean, he came in his first 4 games. It was like they hadn't practiced and he was just out there playing with them. You could tell they were a little shaky, a little off, and that seems to have worked itself out. So Cavaliers looking good, looking healthy, getting everyone back. And hopefully they can finish the season strong and make a good playoff run. I think Northeast Ohio needs that right now. I think they need a good playoff run from the Cavs. Coming off of the Browns' disappointing season last year, set the table for the Guardians. Let's have a nice long playoff run and set the table for the Guardians. They're playing really well, and they're coming off of a win last night as well. Cleveland Guardians taking care of the Kansas City Royals 10-2. That game finished right before we went on air yesterday. Martinez was the star of the game, hit that 374-foot grand slam in the 5-run 8th inning. He finished with a career high 4 hits. Chase DeLauder set the tone early, had a 2-run double in the first inning. How about this? Chase DeLauder coming in and immediately making an impact. He had that 2-run double in the first inning. He currently leads all rookies this season with 5 home runs and 11 RBIs. 5 home runs and 11 RBIs for Chase DeLauder. Keep that going. Cantillo earned his first win of the season. He struck out 9 batters in 5 in 2 innings. Only allowed the 1 earned run. And it was a good series. They took the series 2-1 from Kansas City. They're currently first place in the AL Central, 8-5. They're second in the entire American League. And they are just playing really, really good baseball right now. Since Volt came on, man, that team has always found a way to continue to work hard and to battle through games. And let's hope this continues throughout the entire season. I know you're going to have ups and downs. I know it's 162 games, for crying out loud. We talked about that with Mike Voorhees yesterday. 162 games. You're going to have ups and downs. You just need to limit the amount of downs. That's it. You can't go 2 or 3 weeks with only getting 1 or 2 wins. That's not going to bode well for them throughout the season. Still early. A lot of baseball. You figure right now it's April. I mean, Major League Baseball season goes into October. That's so absurd. It's so absurd to me. Definitely needs to be shortened. The Guardians are off today. They will begin a new series tomorrow. So let's see what the Guards got going on tomorrow, and they can keep this going, man. I think when Cleveland sports teams go well, all of Northeast Ohio goes well. that seems to be how it is. So they've got a series starting off with the Atlanta Braves in Atlanta tomorrow, 7:15. So that's what we got for the Guardians. Cavs, Brown stuff we got going on. Still waiting to see if we can get a hold of Matt Tift, who was supposed to join the show today. It's looking like that might not happen today. Hopefully we can get him rescheduled either for later on or tomorrow. Really kind of disappointed in that. Really wanted to talk to him about the Speedway, especially with this weekend coming up. They're kicking everything off. They've put in a motocross track that's going to start this weekend as well, and they're actually going to have regular race cars on their dirt track, on the clay. So it'll be cool to see that all coming to fruition, and hopefully we can find a way to get him. Masters are going on. I've got a whole list of Masters stats and crazy things. And one of the craziest things is, I can't wait to talk about this a little later as well, is the amount of money that they make on their merch shop.
Oh, God. I can't even imagine.
It's the craziest thing, because that is the only place you can buy officially licensed Masters merch.
Ooh.
Is at the Masters at Augusta. You can't buy it anywhere else.
Well, that and eBay later, probably.
Yeah, but that's not. There's no.
Same.
You can't like go to Fanatics or anywhere like that and buy officially licensed. And I have a breakdown of the amount of money that is brought in every hour and every minute at the Masters gift shop. So we're going to get to all that and more right here on the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN.
Now, the latest area news on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 3:30. NATO Chief Mark Rutte said he understands Washington's frustration. President Trump now said to be mulling over a plan to pull troops out of certain NATO countries and move them to more, quote, supportive allies. The proposal, which is reportedly still in early conception, would fall short of Trump's recent threats to completely withdraw from the alliance. Presidents are not able to remove the U.S. from NATO without congressional approval. Rutte held closed-door talks about the future of NATO with the president at the White House Wednesday. He said, I was able to point out the fact the large majority of European nations have been helpful with basing, with logistics, with overflights, making sure they live up to their commitments. Britain and Norway have conducted a weeks-long operation to deter Russian spy submarines near undersea cables in the North Atlantic. Defense Secretary John Healey said Thursday a Royal Navy frigate, aircraft, and hundreds of personnel tracked a Russian attack sub and 2 spy submarines north of the UK. Russian vessels eventually left after the operation that lasted more than a month. NATO countries have expressed concern Russia could sabotage underwater cables crucial for global communications. Shavin Sangha of Los Angeles was sentenced to 15 years in prison Wednesday in connection with the 2023 overdose death of Friends actor Matthew Perry. Sangha pleaded guilty last year to federal charges, including several counts of distribution of ketamine. Prosecutors said Perry's assistant bought 50 vials of the quick-acting anesthetic that can also be misused as a hallucinogenic. Perry died October 28, 2023 at age 54. He was found dead at a hot tub at his home in Los Angeles. Autopsy showed his death was caused by the acute effects of ketamine, with contributing factors including drowning and coronary artery disease. An illegal alien semi-truck driver accused of killing a father of 2 and Maryland resident in a highway crash in Pennsylvania. Wednesday, Citizenship Immigration Services announced the arrest of Dawood Hussain from Pakistan, who was previously given a CDL. In October 2023, was driving a semi in Pennsylvania when he allegedly began driving the wrong way on a highway, hitting Henry Nunez, who died as a result of the crash. Hussain was subsequently charged with felony vehicular homicide. Last month, the Department of Transportation implemented a new rule banning several groups of foreign nationals from obtaining CDLs. The State Department recently issued travel advisories for Nigeria, Ethiopia, and one other country in Africa designated as Level 3 reconsider travel. The advisory for Nigeria, issued Wednesday, was updated to include information on changes to U.S. embassy operations in the country and warnings against traveling to certain locations. Violent crime common throughout Nigeria, including assault, armed robbery, rape, kidnapping, roadside banditry, and carjacking. Nigeria has been under the scanner of the Trump administration over attacks on Christians in the country. It was designated as a country of particular concern in October, saying radical Islamists are responsible for mass slaughter. 72 degrees at 3:33 for WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Meteorologist Mark Johnson has the latest forecast on AM 1310 WDPN.
Sunny skies, maybe a few clouds here and there moving in. Our high today, 71 warm degrees, a little gusty out there. Overnight, partly cloudy, our low, 51. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling there's something.
Does Sam usually sing when he comes back in?
Sometimes.
Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN.
How can you not?
I know, right?
Also, how can you not think of? I had the movie title in my head just now. Quentin Tarantino.
Reservoir Dogs?
Reservoir Dogs,
yeah.
Thank you. Jesus. I don't know why I can remember the name of every Tarantino movie, but that one is always just gone.
I usually go either that one or Kill Bill.
Oh, yeah. I'm straight Pulp Fiction or Django.
Okay. I gotcha. Django's such a good movie, too.
Django's so good.
Such a good movie. Leonardo DiCaprio is just incredible in that.
Waltz.
Yeah.
Everybody's knocking it out of the park in Django.
Jamie Foxx, yeah, so good, so good. Welcome to the Sam Bourquin Show. I'm Ryan Keller. Sam Bourquin is on vacation this week. I'm doing my best to try to fill in. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. 3-question Thursday. Does the Todd Monken missing the coaching photo, does that do anything for you? Are you angry? Are you like same old Browns? What's your response to that? We got audio from Todd Monken coming up in the show where he talks about missing it yesterday, or the interview was yesterday. The picture was about a week and a half ago.
Yeah, so I think Sam talked about that a little bit.
Yeah. Who's your pick to win the Masters tournament, which is going on right now? And I'm going to go with Reed. I'm going to go with Patrick Reed, and we'll see what ends up happening. Let me pull up the scoreboard real quick right now. Sam Burns, 5 under through 18. Rory is at 5 under through 17. Katayama is at 3 under. Day is at 3 under. Reed is at 3 under. Shane Lowry's at 2 under. There was a name that popped up on there. That Jason Day name kind of jumps out at me. Jason Day kind of fell away in golf. Kind of didn't really hear much about him. You didn't see him too high up on the leaderboards. I think I don't know if you probably won't know this. Jay would know this. Jason Day, did he suffer from vertigo?
I could find it out.
I think Jason Day suffered from vertigo for a little while. And there's a NASCAR driver right now who's suffering from it as well. And boy, everything I have heard about vertigo is not good. I think it was Jason Day. I know there was a golfer who really struggled with it. But yeah, his name really pops out, being sitting up there in the top 4 in the leaderboard. Ryan, can we take a break real quick? Yeah, let's step away for 1 second. We'll be right back on the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN. Hello?
Of all the ways to get ahead in life, we're one of them. And we're legal. The John Tesh Radio Show.
I'm John Tesh, and we couldn't be happier about bringing you intelligence for your life every day. We have a room full of researchers gathering the information and ideas you need to make your life simpler and better, and to make you the smartest person in the room.
You're just trying to be better. We're just trying to help. The John Tesh Radio Show.
Join me for music and intelligence for your life, 10 to 3, Monday through Saturday, only on AM 1310 WDPN.
It's intelligence for your life.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example, Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Wounded Warrior Project helps post 9/11 veterans and their families realize what's possible. With support and resources that bring warriors together and empower them to become stronger, both inside and out.
It's possible to begin healing, to get the help you need,
to find peace. And as each warrior's needs evolve, so do we. Because these last 20 years are just the beginning. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
And welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN. Live radio, folks. Live
That's what
radio.
we in the biz call a fake out.
So I looked down at my phone, and Matt Tift was calling me, and he put it in his calendar for tomorrow. So Matt's going to join us 3 o'clock tomorrow here on AM 1310 WDPN on the Sam Bourquin Show. So looking forward to that a lot. I saw him call in. I'm like, I should probably take this real quick and see what he says. So looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So
right.
You got to take that shot.
I've been trying to get him on either this show here, the Sam Bourquin Show, or on Q92 to talk about the amazing things that they're doing over there. So be looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Matt's a funny guy. If you've watched any of their YouTube videos, it's going to be really, really cool. So looking forward to that, and glad we got that squared away. He will be joining us tomorrow. Still today, 4 o'clock hour, 4:30. Jay Wilhelm's going to join us. We're going to talk a little bit about the Masters. He's a big golf guy, does a lot of stuff here at Q92, been with the sports program. I think 2019. I think he joined the same around the same year I did. So it'll be fun to have Jay on, talk about golf, and take a deeper dive into the Masters. I got a bunch of information about the Masters. We're going to get to all that. So we're just getting caught up on we got caught up on the Cavs, got caught up on the guards, and let's talk a little bit of hockey from last night, because something cool really happened last night. And I'm biased. If you're watching on social media or on YouTube, you see I'm wearing my 90s Pens jersey, a little Chris Letang action today. I'm a big hockey fan. I favor Sidney Crosby. I think he is one of the top 2 or 3 players in all of the NHL. And like I said, I'm a little biased. We talked yesterday about are you a head or a heart fan? When it comes to the Penguins and Crosby, I think I'm a little bit of both. I think I understand where Crosby sits and where the team sits. But Connor McDavid, boy, oh boy, recorded his 10th career hat trick yesterday, and he added 2 assists, had 5 points on the night. He contributed in every single point that Edmonton had. They won 5-2 over the Sharks, and the Sharks have had a great season as well. Celebrini is just, he's the next guy. He's the next guy. Everyone thought it was going to be Connor Bedard. He's the next guy who's going to take the mantle after Connor McDavid. And I'm telling you, it's Macklin Celebrini. He scored his 42nd goal of the season in the loss to Edmonton yesterday, leads all NHL rookies. He is an unstoppable force this year. I think he's got over 100 points as well. Not too many rookies do that. You want to know the list, the top 3? Here's the top 3 of players who have scored over 100 points their rookie years. It's very, very short. Very short. It's Wayne Gretzky, Sidney Crosby, it's Macklin Celebrini. That's it. That's it. He's going to be something to watch. So you got to keep an eye out on him if you're a hockey fan. If you're not a hockey fan either. In the Atlantic Division, Buffalo Sabres. It's good to see them clinching a playoff spot. I think it's been 15, 20 years since the Buffalo Sabres have been in the playoffs. It's good to see them back in. Carolina Hurricanes clinch the Metropolitan. Colorado Avalanche, which are they're the best team. They've clinched the Western Conference, the entire Western Conference. And I think they are on pace to win the President's Trophy. And if you know anything about the President's Trophy, very few teams have ever won the Stanley Cup after winning the President's Trophy. Oh, thanks, Nick. Nicolina from our sister station dropping off some goodies for me. Appreciate that. So, playoffs getting hot and heavy for the NHL. They're getting hot and heavy for the NBA. Text coming in. There should be more hockey talk on the Sam Bourquin Show.
Yeah, Mike. What's up, Mike?
Hi, Pop. I would come on any day that Sam wanted to talk about hockey.
Hey, man, that's why the link's in the chat. Anytime you want to pop in, just
yeah.
It's
been a fun year. It's been a fun year with the way the Olympics were in there, and man, oh man, the United States holding gold in every single hockey category: juniors, special, women's, men's. I think the U18, the under 18. It's been awesome, and I hope more and more people get on the hockey bandwagon because it's a lot of fun. A lot of people. I have converted multiple friends into hockey fans, and the biggest thing a lot of hockey people don't understand: what is offsides? that's the biggest thing that you get. I don't understand the rules. The rules are simple: a high stick. It's when you lift your stick and you hit someone in the face. It's very simple. Very simple. Offsides, it's the same as soccer. You got the blue line. Player can't go past it before the puck does. And then the icing. Everyone's dreaded icing. There are 3 red lines on the ice. The puck is not allowed to cross 2 red lines without someone else touching it. And that's just to prevent people from flinging it from one end of the ice to the other. Cross-checking, self-explanatory. Tripping, self-explanatory. They really dumbed down the rules in hockey, and yet everyone says, I don't understand the rules in hockey.
Oh, God. Tripping in hockey has to be dangerous. That can't be safe.
Not a lot of times. It's not as dangerous as you think, but there are times when, you'll see skates come up and, that always doesn't end well when other people's faces are nearby. You've seen that a couple times, but man, for the most part, it's the funnest sport to watch. I love it. Again, I'm biased, but I recommend if you've never watched a hockey game, or if you have and you're like, it's hard to follow, I don't understand it, go watch a game live. That's what I tell everyone. Go watch a hockey game live because it is unbelievable. The speed that those guys play in, how quickly they are able to pass the puck up and down the ice. The precision of some of those shots is ridiculous. The athleticism of the goalies. You take some of the hardest aspects of every sport, the physicality of football, the speed and endurance of of basketball and soccer, the hand-eye coordination of baseball, and you put it on skates. That's hockey. And I love every second of it. So, Pop, I'd love to come on and talk hockey. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If not, Sam will be back on Monday. It's a 3-question Thursday. Make sure to head over to our social medias. Call, talk, text. You leave comments on any of the socials. Todd Monken missed the coach's photo. He talked about it yesterday. We got the interview coming up at the 5 o'clock hour. Does that bother you? Are you upset that Todd Monken missed the team coach's photo because he was getting a haircut? That's question number 1. Question number 2, who do you have winning the Masters? Still set up. Rory is still on 18. He's still 5 under. But yeah, a lot of people coming into the clubhouse. Not too many like terrible scores. I mean, there's some. There's some. But you've got amateurs playing. You've got other guys who are just there to be on the court who really, I mean, obviously if you're there, you're going to try to compete. But some of these people know that they don't have a shot. They're just there to be there. And I would do the same thing. 100%. Even if I knew I didn't have a chance to win, I got to spend like 2 days at Augusta. You sign me up. I'm 100% in. And Jay Wilhelm's going to join us in the 4 o'clock hour to talk a little bit more about the Masters. And then our final question, what is your favorite cartoon of all time?
I don't even need to answer that one. I'm sure you could just
South Park.
Yeah. I bet you couldn't tell him my second favorite.
Your second favorite?
Yeah. I have to think about that one a little bit.
I could see you being into like anime. Are you into anime?
I'm not.
No. I could see anime being right up your alley.
No, you would think, right? But I really no.
I gotta tell you, there's a cartoon that it's not my favorite, but if it's like my child's cartoon that I have to watch, I'm okay watching it, and that's Bluey.
Oh yeah.
It is so good. The stories are so good, and they're short. They're not long episodes. They're shorts. But I tell you what, man, I could watch Bluey and be perfectly fine with that on the TV.
My friend's daughter really likes Peppa Pig, and Peppa Pig was a pleasant surprise because I went in and they were watching it, and I'm like, oh, they're British.
Yeah.
And that was a big moment where I'm like, oh, okay, this is kind of fun.
I had seen an article somewhere one time where it talked about how a kid was listening and watching Peppa Pig so much that she started to talk with an English accent.
That makes sense.
Could you imagine?
That makes a lot of sense.
Mommy, can I have some milk?
I'm taking that tablet.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Oh, man.
But my favorite cartoon right now is the Batman the Animated Series. X-Men 97 was really good too. All those old superhero cartoons, my daughter and I are really getting into, but we've been on a hard kick on the Batman Animated Series. And that's because I like Lego. And there's a Batman Animated Series Lego that I'm trying to get, so we started to watch that. So yeah, feel free, call in 330-821-1310. You can text us 330-924-7088, and you can comment on all of our social medias, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Let's see if Rory finally into the clubhouse, 5 under. So he is currently tied for the lead with Sam Burns. Sam Burns went 5 under as well. Might as well stay on Masters talk a little bit and take it right up to the top of the hour. I want to talk a little bit about the opening of the Masters. What goes on today? Went on this morning, the first tee, and Jack Nicklaus. Was it Nicklaus? I always screw this up. I've been talking sports for the longest time, and I always screw up Jack Nicholson and Jack Nicklaus. Jack Nicklaus is the golfer. Jack Nicholson is the actor. So Jack Nicklaus, there we go. I have to play that through my head in order to get it right. So Jack Nicklaus, he's on there. Gary Player, who we talked a little bit about yesterday, hit a roping drive this morning. And then they had Tom Watson. Tom Watson was there as well. And it is one of the most wholesome, respected traditions, I think, in all of sports. I love watching it. I love seeing the guys who helped grow and build not just that tournament, but the entire sport of golf. Being able there, well past their primes, to have the spotlight and just to pay them the respect that they deserve before this tournament starts. And they do such a nice job with it. And I love seeing the players who are playing in the tournament, who might not have a tee time until, 11 or 12 o'clock in the afternoon, up bright and early with that first group, standing on the tee box, watching these legends just get their what is it? There's a term. It's not get their roses, is it?
Ooh, you're looking at me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But get what they what?
They like get their flowers.
Yeah, like get their flowers. They're showing the respect that they deserve, and it's so wholesome. I love it. I felt really bad for Jack today. I don't know how many more years he's going to be able to continue to do this, just because he struggled. After he hit his drive, he looked down at the tee to pick it up and just waved his hand at it and walked off the green. And I loved it. I really, truly love it. It's great to see them out there still participating. I mean, Gary Player, what did we say? He was 90?
Yeah.
I think we looked it up yesterday.
He was 90.
He played in the par 3 tournament yesterday. It was just great. Text message coming in, comment on YouTube. I remember when I figured out Bluey was a girl, mind was blown. Really? For real. I was right there with you. It's so sad that I don't think they're doing any more episodes either. They kind of let it did its run. They let it do its thing. And unfortunately, I don't. Man, can you imagine how a Bluey the movie would be? Could just think of that.
I can't. I don't know if I've actually watched Bluey.
Go home and just watch it. Watch one episode. For Easter this year, they do a scavenger hunt for their Easter basket, and we did that with Riley. She was like, "I want to do a scavenger hunt." So that's how she found out where her basket was this year. The Easter Bunny left her a scavenger hunt. But yeah, Bluey, fantastic. But yeah, feel free, comment 330-821-1310 to give us a phone call, 330-924-7088 to text. You could also comment on our social medias, Facebook and YouTube. Answer our 3-question Thursday. And top of the hour, we're going to have Jay Wilhelm, 4:30. I keep saying top of the hour. Top of the hour, we're going to talk about some of the crazy statistics at the Masters. And I've got a list of some stuff to talk about, which is really, really cool. How they continue to do what they do year in and year out. And it's like a well-oiled machine, man. Well-oiled machine. They've kept their food prices down. It's $5 for a beer at the Masters.
What?
Yeah. The Super Bowl this year, it was $18 to $22 for the same size beer.
Yeah, that sounds cheap, actually, for the Super Bowl. You'd expect more.
Sounds cheap for the sort. Yeah. Pimento cheese sandwiches, egg salad sandwiches, $1.50. I mean, the club sandwiches is $3. They really know how to put on a tournament, and looking forward to that as well. So that'll be cool. And then 5 o'clock hour, like I said, we've got some Todd Monken stuff. We've got some audio from Seth Rollins. Yeah, WWE Seth Rollins was talking about the Browns on Good Morning Football. They always find a way, the Browns, regardless of what it is, to be in the national media. Always.
Oh yeah.
Over even the littlest thing. Like not being for the team photo for the coaches.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about Todd Monken not being there is how it's actually got people freaking out or thinking things are going to happen because of that.
And it's really funny because Sean McVay, the head coach of the Rams, I didn't remember this. Christian was telling me about it this morning. He missed the photo a couple years ago. Not a word, not a peep. Nobody ever knew about it until they saw the photo and was like, oh, where's McVay? And then nobody said anything. But God forbid, it's a Cleveland Browns guy. And then next thing you know, it's national media attention all over the place, just bashing the Browns.
Well, I mean, it's the Browns. What else are you going to talk about? Some crazy good move they made or some awesome trade they're working on or some... I
mean, there is a lot going on there. Like, should they trade Myles Garrett? I mean, that's a big one you should be talking about.
Yeah, it's all stuff they should do.
Who's your starting quarterback? That stuff you should be talking about. He does talk about it a little bit. We've got some audio from that as well.
Okay.
We've got Junkins talking a little bit about Coach Monken and how he is coming into the facility. I mean, you have to figure, too, being Coach Monken, this is a huge opportunity for you. You've been in the league a long time. You've been a coordinator a long time. Now, all of a sudden, you're getting your shot. And this has got to be unwanted media attention that he did not want to have to deal with before the start of his first season.
No, that's fair.
That's awful. Like, all the pressure in the world. You're taking over this franchise. Half the fan base hated you when they announced the hire. Half the fan base loved you when they announced the hire. And the only way you are going to convert them is by winning. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is win, and we'll see if that happens. I don't know. There's so much in the air, so uncertainty with this team. You got the draft coming up. What are they going to do in the draft? There's a lot happening in this organization, and it seems like it is every single year. And it seems like because it is Cleveland, more attention is drawn to it. Pittsburgh's in a very similar situation where they don't know who their quarterback is. Rodgers hasn't announced if he's coming back or not. He's going to play that waiting game, and he's going to get all the attention on him. For a man who says, when my career is over, I'm going to disappear and you're never going to hear from me again. He sure makes a lot of this crap about himself leading up to the seasons.
Well, that's because he's going to disappear and we'll never hear from him again. So he's milking it right before that happens, right? You think that's
apparently?
We'll see if that pans out.
I mean, Pittsburgh has just as many uncertainties as Cleveland does, but you do not hear the national media talking about it.
No, I mean, hell, they fired their coach, or not fired, but their coach left after 15 years.
Yeah,
something like
Tomlin
that.
was there a long time.
He was there a really long time.
They've only had 3 coaches since like the 60s.
Yeah,
I mean, but then they do something that they never really truly do, and they hired an older coach. I mean, he does have head coaching experience, but I mean, he's a much older coach. I don't know. A lot to talk about, but somehow Cleveland always ends up at the forefront of the conversation. 4 o'clock hour, we're going to dive in to some cool, interesting facts about the Masters. And then at 4:30, Jay Wilhelm's going to talk a little bit about the tournament and who are the odds-on favorite and what he thinks moving forward. A lot happening right here on 3 Question Thursday on the Sam Bourquin Show. It's AM 1310 WDPN.
An important part of the Alliance community since 1953. You're listening to AM 1310, WDPN Alliance.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. In a surprise announcement at a briefing, First Lady Melania Trump pushed back on claims she says are lies about her connection between her and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. She called on Congress to also allow Epstein victims and survivors to testify and says she was not a victim or witness to any crimes.
This was not something that the First Lady's office had teed up or previewed in any way before she was giving those remarks, just saying that she was coming out today at the White House to make an announcement. And she went through with some detail there, but not explaining what, if anything, she was specifically responding to, saying she is not one of Epstein's victims.
ABC's Karen Travers. The fragile ceasefire deal between the U.S. and Iran being tested, with Iran still blocking the flow of much of that tanker traffic through the Strait of Hormuz due to Israel's strikes in Lebanon targeting Hezbollah. Israel says it's ready to hold talks with Lebanon. On Wall Street, stocks are up due to positive economic data. This is ABC News.
Something big is happening at Macy's. 60% off diamonds, 30 to 50% off the latest spring sandals and shoes, plus thousands more deals across the store. This is Macy's biggest spring sale, and these are some of the best deals of the season. The kind where you walk out wondering, how did I get all that? Really, don't sleep on this. Macy's biggest spring sale, today. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax free edition only, roughly 37% of filings qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
And to get TurboTax free edition, see if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
Now, the latest Alliance area news from Clint Marshall on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 4:02. Canton police say a man is behind bars after firing a gun during a domestic dispute Friday night. 18-year-old Anthony Gilger accused of shooting toward a man who took cover behind a vehicle outside Gilger's home on 11th Street Southwest. Gilger also allegedly pointed the handgun at his live-in girlfriend and the man who was the girl's father during the argument. He reportedly had been drinking. Gilger fled before being arrested Wednesday. He's scheduled for arraignment Friday in Canton Municipal Court. Both suspects in a drive-by shooting in Canton are scheduled for a preliminary hearing Friday. 24-year-old Nadia Brown of Canton was arrested Tuesday and arraigned Wednesday in Canton Municipal Court with bonds set at $100,000. She's charged with felonious assault and discharging a firearm. Police say she allegedly fired at a woman on Allen Page Drive Southeast. Security cameras and a shell casing helped link her and 22-year-old Michael Reynolds of Jackson Township to the incident. Brown, accused of driving during the March 25th shooting, is charged with complicity. He was arraigned April 2nd. Canton man is facing impersonation charges. Police responded to a near collision and verbal argument on 1600 block of 26th Street Northwest, where Davis accused another driver of pulling a gun Wednesday night. 18-year-old Carter Davis allegedly claimed he was a firefighter and told dispatch he was a police officer during a 911 call. Video and police confirmed no weapon was involved, and Davis has no fire or EMS certifications. He was arrested and taken to the Stark County Jail. The Alliance man remains free on bond after being arraigned Wednesday on a domestic violence charge. 30-year-old Carl Baker pleaded not guilty in Alliance Municipal Court. Prosecutors say a Stark County grand jury no-billed him on all but one count stemming from alleged assaults January 3rd and February 1st. Baker was originally charged with strangulation, aggravated menacing, and 2 counts of domestic violence. Summit County Sheriff's Office investigating after a man died following a motorcycle crash in Greene. 26-year-old Austin Bianco of Greene was taken to Suma Health, Akron, after being thrown from his bike during the Tuesday night crash. It happened around 7 o'clock on South Arlington Road when a northbound SUV turned left into an apartment complex and was hit by the southbound motorcycle. The driver of the SUV was not seriously injured. Bianco was wearing a helmet. The crash is under investigation. A high school addition to consolidate all district students on one campus has been approved by the Ravenna Board of Education. Record Courier reports the 96,000 square foot project estimated cost $46 million, with the state covering 76%. The district will pay $12 million. The addition will feature a third gym and separate spaces for different age groups. Voter approval of a levy renewal would fund the district's share, with construction possibly starting in 2028. Elementary students will attend Williard and Brown schools next year. 7th and 8th graders will move to the high school, and West Main Elementary will close. Kent State University expanding services at Deweese Health Center. Starting July 1st, students will have access to doctors, nurse practitioners, and mental health providers through a new partnership with Northeast Ohio Medical University. Full-time students will pay $90 per semester, part-time students $35, with some exceptions for special programs. The center will be open weekdays from 8 until 5. Renovations are expected to be complete by next spring. The Suffield Fire Department will soon lose 3 of its leaders. Robert Rasnick, who spent 47 years with the department, including 42 as fire chief, will retire June 30th. Captain Keith Emhoff, with 28 years of service, and Captain Mark Jordan, fire prevention officer and callback program leader, will both retire April 30th. The 3 have a combined 117 years of service. 2 East Liverpool residents were targeted in searches Monday, resulting in one man's arrest. The Columbiana County Drug Task Force served warrants at 2 addresses on St. George Street. 51-year-old Antoine Moman was taken into custody for violating probation and obstructing official business. Additional charges are pending lab results. His sister, Nicole Moman, was released at the scene. She was arrested last month after a search found suspected cocaine, cash, and drug packaging materials. The Hanoverton Sewer Connection Project in Columbiana County has moved forward, with commissioners extending the bid deadline to May 27th. The $190,000 project will help 15 properties tap into the new sanitary sewer system. It's funded by an Ohio EPA grant. Morning Journal reports prior bids were rejected for being incomplete. Engineers will hold a pre-bid meeting to clarify requirements. Man claiming self-defense acquitted of felonious assault in Mahoning County Court. 40-year-old Linnell Stanley of Youngstown was accused of attacking 2 people who tried to stop him from assaulting a woman on South Avenue last October. Jurors delivered the not guilty verdict Wednesday. Defense lawyers said witnesses could have supported Stanley's claim he was attacked first. Prosecutors say he followed the 2 people after the initial scuffle. 73 degrees at 4:07. This is the local edition of WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Now, the Alliance Area Weather Forecast from Mark Johnson on AM 1310 WDPN.
Warming up back into the 70s. We'll go 71 degrees for your Thursday afternoon high. Sunshine, maybe a couple of clouds here and there. Overnight, partly cloudy, looks good with a low of 51. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Live from the AM 1310 WDPN studio, it's time for live and local sports talk. It's the Sam Bourquin Show.
I'm ready.
Give the show a call at 330-821-1310.
Good call, Meatball.
Watch the Sam Bourquin Show on the AM1310 Facebook page, the Q92 YouTube page, and on X. This is the Sam Bourquin Show on AM1310 WDPN.
And welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show on AM1310 WDPN. Obviously, I'm not Sam Bourquin. I'm Ryan Keller. Thanks for hanging out. Sam is on vacation this week and deserving some much-needed R&R. You figure that man has been an absolute machine. He went from doing Mount Union baseball and then had a little break in the summer and then went right into football, called football, went right into Mount Union basketball and high school basketball, and just got done with all of the sports. He's still doing some Mount Union baseball, but he's a busy man, and he's a hard worker and deserves the break. So kudos to Sam for getting some time off. We definitely miss him. I miss hanging out with him in the lobby because it's usually pretty quiet out there. So Sam will be back on Monday, and you could look forward to a normal Sam Bourquin show. But I appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out today with me. And it's Masters week. It kicked off. I keep saying kicked off. I got to use the pun teed off. Teed off today. That sounds so much better. Rory in the clubhouse at 5 under. So is Sam Burns. They are currently leading the Masters. Justin Rose is through the front 9. He's 3 under through the front 9. Scotty Scheffler, he is 3 under through 8. So Shefty, I believe, was the odds-on favorite coming in to today. And he's making some good progress. Other guys who are already in for the day, Katayama 3 under, Day and Reed also at 3 under. When you use a touchscreen and you accidentally type when you go to slide. Let's see, Lowry at 2 under. And I struggle with this guy's name, Xander Schauffele. I struggle. Schauffele, there we go. I always struggle with names. Names is not a strong suit for me.
Look, I can't tell you how many times I've been doing Sunday morning news and skipped a whole story because I'm like, there are 4 names in there that I'm going to sound like a moron if I do that story.
If I have time, I'll put it into Google and be like, how do you pronounce this? And it usually helps out. But
I don't trust Google.
Man, even doing football games, I've been doing football games since 2019, and I always struggle with pronunciations. It's something I've never been good at. I used to go around when I did PA announcing, I'd go up to the head coaches and be like, hey, how do you say this guy's name? And just, can someone help me out here?
That's smart. That's what I'd be doing because no.
Yeah, some other big names that, let's see where they're currently at. Look at this one. Freddie Couples. You got to be kidding me. Freddie Couples is through, where did his name go? I just lost him. He is through 13 and is 2 under. That's crazy. Good for Freddie Couples. Jordan Spieth is also at 2 under. He's through 10. Justin Thomas is 2 under through 9. And so a lot of Masters happening today, and I love it. And Jay Wilhelm's going to join us. I do that now. Got to pronounce them right. They've earned it. Mike Voorhees. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Like, you feel so bad too when you get it wrong. I did a lot of PA announcing for basketball, and that was the one that I was always so worried about, because people see you, they know where you're at in a basketball stadium. When you're doing football games, it's hard to pick you out in the press box.
During basketball, you're on the sidelines.
Yeah, I'm sitting at the scorer's table. You know, it's easy for people to come up and be like, hey, you're saying my kid's name wrong. And I get it. I wouldn't want my kid. Don't mispronounce my kid's name either. Like, I understand it. Some people are really, really, really angry when they come up, though. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah, I'm not doing it on purpose.
No, I don't know your kid. Or if it's a name that looks a particular way, but they just pronounce it differently, those ones are awful, because you're just like, how am I supposed to know?
Yeah, I'm not proud of my ignorance here.
If there are any,
I want to be better.
If there are any athletic directors who are currently listening, what helps is when you have a roster sheet, if you have a name pronunciation sheet with it, boy, that goes a long way. Just throwing that out there. That goes a long way. All right, Jay Wilhelm's going to join us in about 15 minutes. We're going to talk some Master stuff, but I did some research, and I watched some videos and read some articles and found out some really cool information about the Masters. And we're going to start and just go through some things, which I did not know that you are not allowed to refer to the people who are coming to watch the tournament, the guests. They're not guests. They are patrons. And they're not allowed to be called fans. So anyone who's working with the Masters, and there's also a list of things that they're not allowed to say on the broadcast, which I'm going to pull that sheet up. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit tomorrow.
Wait, can we say those things on the broadcast?
We can, because we're not broadcasting the Masters tournament, but there are rules that they're not allowed to. I think it's the back nine. They're not allowed to call it the back nine. They have to call it the second nine.
Ooh.
Just because, there's a list of things that they're not allowed to say. The club was founded in 1932 by Bobby Jones and Clifford Roberts, and they have been running the Masters ever since. Let's see, where else? I highlighted a bunch of different stuff. This is what I thought was cool too, is they have spent over $200 million purchasing neighborhood properties, including a Wendy's, a Pep Boys, and they also purchased an entire apartment complex. Yeah, an entire apartment complex, and turned them into parking and an underground media center. So their media center is all underground. They don't want you as a patron on the course to walk through there and be like, there's all these cords, and they do everything they can to hide it. The benches are green. The garbage cans are green. They have people walking around with a green polo shirt and a bag, and if they see a piece of garbage, they pick it up. If you eat a sandwich and your wrapper is in your hand crumpled up, they will come in and take it from you just so there is no trash. It's really insane, but it also does a ton of good, because the local economic impact is estimated over $120 million during Masters Week. That is just the economic impact.
Well, yeah. How much are tickets to go to the Masters?
So face value tickets, they're not terrible. I think they're like $120.
Wow, yeah, that's actually less than I would have.
That is me guessing.
Yeah, but there's also the waiting list that we were talking about.
Look it up. See what face value Masters tickets are. Some people they're not given, but they are automatically guaranteed tickets every year. It's like their family, it gets passed down, and it's a big, big deal if your family is part of that. You get a special pass, and it's like a whole big thing. You're part of like a club. Let's see.
Wow. Yeah.
What are tickets?
It's like 125 for Monday and Tuesday, 150 for Wednesday, 160 for Thursday to Sunday round.
Yeah. That's the actual live golf. Yeah. The actual tournament itself on Thursday through Sunday. Yeah. So it's reasonable. They make everything reasonable for people to attend this.
You just have to be lucky enough to get in.
Yeah. It's, I think 1% of people who enter the lottery actually win. The odds are worse than you actually like winning the lottery.
I wonder how many tickets they sell every year.
It's capped too. They don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's 100% capped. Let's see. They use a sub-air system. There are pipes embedded in the soil that can literally suck moisture out or push air into it, so that they can keep the grass roots exactly at the right condition. They also use heaters and ice packs, and they put them directly on the Aurelio roots to manipulate their bloom timing. So if they see that they're starting to bloom too soon, they will put ice packs on them to keep them from blooming, and they will apply heat for them to grow. This is crazy. It's crazy. It says for the 2026 Masters, estimated project they project approximately 1,200 private jets going in and out of Augusta Regional Airport. If you pull up the flight tracker of all the airplanes fly. It is unbelievable how many planes descend upon Augusta.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Yeah. The FAA considers it one of the most complex air traffic operations in the entire Southeast. It's ridiculous. FBI is involved. They are there. The Georgia Bureau of Investigations and private security forces, including like Pinkerton agents, they will be there, but they don't go in tactical gear. You don't know. It's hard to tell who is a patron. Excuse me, who is a patron and who is actual like big time security. And then they have approximately 2,500 security personnel to help secure the event. The people who live in Augusta, majority of them rent out their entire house for the week, and they charge anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 a week for the tournament.
Okay.
And housing within a 20-mile radius of the course is booked months in advance. So if you don't have your housing booked by February, you're going to sleep in your car because there's not going to be anything there. They have 5,000 workers, volunteers, hospitality staff, caddies, and marshals there. They get hundreds of students from elite culinary and turf management programs to apply for the credential. And then having that you worked on Augusta is kind of a big deal. I also know that they superintendents from other golf courses can apply to go down and just be normal workers and help them out throughout the week, which is pretty crazy. And then here we go. We're going to talk about e-commerce stuff because this is outrageous how much money they bring in. They refuse to sell anything online. They don't even have an online store if you go to like masters.com. Zero e-commerce, third-party retailers, not going to happen. If you want a piece of Masters clothing, you have to buy it there. So merchandise shop is believed to generate approximately $1 million every single hour it's open. Gift shop, $1 million an hour. That turns out to be $16,000 per minute. And they gross an estimated $70 million across the week.
God.
70 million just in merch. Which is why they can afford to charge what they charge for food and concessions and all that kind of stuff. So the prices haven't changed in decades. Pimento cheese sandwich, $1.50. Egg salad, $1.50. Masters Club sandwich, $3. Beer, $5. So they can afford to keep those prices down because of the amount of merch they sell. The operation grosses an estimated $8 million across the week through sheer volume. Real money. That's crazy. They are leaving a ton of money out there, but that's not what the Masters is about. It's not about bringing in all the money. It really isn't. So yeah, there's some interesting facts about the Masters that I found fascinating because you think, yeah, it's a golf tournament, but just like any big sporting event, all the stuff that goes behind the scenes that you don't really pay attention. Just think of the management at that place who's trying to coordinate and write schedules and have people. I couldn't imagine the amount of planning that goes into this. And mind you, they only host one tournament. So 360, the other 360 days a year, 358 days a year, they're preparing for the following year.
Yeah, it's like Christmas for them.
It is. It's like it's like St. Patrick's Day for an Irish pub. Like they focus on that one day. That one day.
That's crazy. I wonder if all those people who rent their houses out, if there's like an agreement between them and the Stars where everybody wins. Like, man.
Yeah, there's another facility that the Masters has, and it's you can rent this building, rent a room to stay on the course. You're literally staying on a house on the course, and it's $10,000.
That's actually cheaper than I would have expected.
A night.
Still cheaper than what I've expected. Yeah,
$10,000 a night, and it sells out every year.
I bet it does.
Sells out. That's amazing to me. I love this. I love thinking of everything that goes behind it. I like thinking about the logistical stuff. Like, I'm a Formula One fan, and the logistics of having to move cars and garages around every single week that they have a race, it blows my mind. The logistical nightmare that's setting up for the Masters tournament blows my mind. It's really crazy.
And I bet there's a really wicked spreadsheet somewhere for all of that stuff.
Could you imagine?
Good Lord.
How do they I mean, they have to operate like a Fortune 500 company with.
Yeah, there has to be so many moving parts.
Yeah.
Where there's just one person has every specific job for everything.
Like using like a Oracle or,
Right.
another one of those big programs to help them keep everything in line, because you have to. And it's crazy to think a couple of years ago, they had I think it was the flood. They had a huge flood down there, and Augusta was like underwater. I don't know how they got that place ready to go. The amount of hours and manpower they put into that, it's ridiculous.
Well, it sounds like the infrastructure they got down there allows them to do some crazy stuff with the land that it's built on.
Yeah, could you imagine just being like, oh, this flower is blooming too soon.
Yeah,
I'm going to play God.
Let's stop that. What the hell?
And they make it so that all those bushes, like around Amen Corner and all that kind of stuff, where you get the real majestic over the bridge, the backdrop, all those flowers are programmed by the grounds crew to bloom at a specific time. It's nuts. It's really nuts.
It's pretty cool to know that we could actually control that kind of stuff.
Right.
I didn't know we could control when flowers bloomed so easily.
Got poison ivy out there.
Yeah.
Just growing plants, and yeah, it's crazy. But we're going to have Jay Wilhelm come on in a little bit, and he's going to talk about the play in round one, who he thinks is really going to make strides right now in the clubhouse at 5 under. Sam Burns and Rory McIlroy, they are the current leaders. Kitayama, Day, and Reed, they are currently the next three at 3 under. And then you still got a bunch of guys out. Rounds are going to go on to the rest of the evening. I think the final pairing is currently right now on hole number 7. So a lot of golf. And if you turn on the Masters at any point throughout this weekend, just look at the landscaping. Look at the greens.
Yeah, I'd have to now.
Yeah.
Now I have to look at it.
Try to find something out of place. That's the hardest thing. Try to
they're
find
really
something.
trying to make sure you can't.
Yeah. Try to watch and look and see if you see something like that's not
There's
supposed
the
to be
stupid
there.
guy in green picking up all the trash. You don't look like grass.
Yeah. It's really nuts. When I worked at a golf course, our super went down and said that they walk around with like tweezers and scissors, and they are literally pulling like individual weeds in the fairways. And I mean, that stuff you're not going to be able to see from TV, but look for a park bench, look for a garbage can.
They're always.
Yeah.
They only have them in green. They haven't heard of ghillie suits. You
Yeah,
got everybody crawling around out there.
they're all painted to.
Why is that bush moving?
They want it to be like you are just there watching a round of golf, and that you're not there watching a nationally publicized, broadcasted golf tournament.
Which is really interesting because that's kind of not the opposite of sports, but like the drive behind a lot of sports is we need a big crowd. We want crowd noise. We want action. But golf is the complete opposite.
There's another thing that they do too that's fascinating, and think of trying to do this at another sporting event is when the gates drop, you're not allowed to run. Everyone power walks to wherever they want to put their chair, to wherever they want to watch. And when your chair goes down, you can leave for 2 hours. No one touches your chair. It stays in the same exact
honor
spot.
system.
Yeah. And just think thousands and thousands and thousands of people put it in their chair and not touching it. Now, why can we do that at a golf tournament?
I think it's
But we can't do it in a big city.
How many security guards did you say they had hiding in plain sight?
They got a lot.
There's
a
like
lot
2,000 or something.
2,500.
Yeah,
that's not like FBI and big. It's just normal security guys making sure someone doesn't drink too many $5 beers and causes. But you always see videos of fights at football games, at hockey games, every now and then at a baseball game. You don't really see that too much at golf.
I think you could argue that there are a lot bigger crowds at those games, but still, it's a lot harder to manage 20,000 people than
Yeah.
however many, but still, that's still crazy.
I think the fact, say you've got 60,000 people in a stadium, they are in close proximity to one another. They're very close to one another. Golf, you're over acres and acres and acres and acres and acres of land. I guess you could spread out a little bit better there and not have to worry about it as much. But yeah, it's definitely fascinating, and I think that's what draws me to this tournament so much. And it's not just the golf; it's everything that goes into the Masters, and whoever it is who came up with their strategic advertising. And not even advertising, because they don't really advertise. Just whoever came up with, this is what we're going to do with the Masters, and we're going to make it like this, is a genius. They're an absolute genius because it's perfect. It truly is perfect. From all the stuff they do with youth golf at the early days, the practice rounds and the players being there with the fans, to the par 3 tournament, which is just so wholesome with the families and the kids and everyone out there. And, a lot of players say, like, it's worth it just to come for the par 3 tournament. And I remember spending the time with my kids and watching my kids hit the golf ball or putt on Augusta more so than where I finished in the round. And I think that's awesome. And I think that's why I love this tournament so much. And Jay's going to come on in a little bit. We're going to step away and take a break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Jay Wilhelm on the Sam Bourquin Show. It's AM1310 WDPN.
The latest news and the current Alliance area weather forecast are up next on AM1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 4:30. President Trump said Wednesday warships and personnel will remain in the region around Iran until a peace deal is reached. Both sides of the conflict disagree on whether Lebanon was included in the terms of the ceasefire. Pakistan scheduled to host officials from Iran and the United States in Islamabad Saturday for talks could determine whether a broader permanent peace agreement can be made. Vice President J.D. Vance set to lead the American delegation. The Speaker of the Iranian Parliament, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, will be representing Iran. Israel said it wiped out the Hezbollah chief's top secretary and targeted strikes on Lebanon overnight. Israel Defense Forces said Ali Youssef Karshi, the secretary and nephew of Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem, was killed in Beirut amid new bombings. At the same time, the IDF struck a series of terror infrastructures in southern Lebanon, including crossings used to transfer weapons, rockets, and launchers, as well as weapons depots, launchers, and Hezbollah headquarters. Wednesday, the IDF said it completed the largest coordinated strike across Lebanon since the start of Operation Roaring Lion, targeting Hezbollah headquarters, military arrays, and command centers. A North Carolina judge will have to decide if the man who stabbed a Ukrainian refugee to death on a Charlotte train can stand trial. DeCarlos Brown, with a lengthy criminal history, was caught on video fatally stabbing 23-year-old Irina Zarutska. She was returning home from her job. Brown was said to be unable to stand trial after being evaluated in December. WSOC TV in Charlotte said his record included an armed robbery charge for which he served 5 years in prison. Killing went viral on social media after authorities released the video, which showed Brown stabbing the woman at least 3 times on August 22nd. Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann admitted Wednesday during a Suffolk County court appearance to killing 8 women. Heuermann admitted to meeting the 8, strangling them, and dumping their bodies in Long Island's Gilgo Beach. He pleaded guilty to 7 counts of murder over a 17-year period. In addition, Heuermann admitted to intentionally causing the death of Karen Vergata and leaving her remains. Heuermann will not be charged in Vergata's death as part of the plea deal. He's also agreed to cooperate with the FBI. Sentencing set for June 17th. He'll likely receive life in prison without parole. Eligible American men will automatically be registered into the military draft pool. The rule change will come into force in December. Change which would see all men aged 18 to 25 in the draft register was submitted by the Selective Service System, which maintains a list of all those who would be eligible to serve. It's still under review and is waiting final approval. Currently, adult men under 25 are required to register with the system in case a draft is activated. Registration numbers have dipped in recent years as the option to register was removed from federal student loan forms during the Biden administration. This accounted for around a quarter of all registrations. The agency said the rule change would streamline the process. The last time a draft was in place was in the 1970s. 73 degrees at 4:33 for WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
This weather is brought to you by Grove Appliance Furniture and Mattress, local, trusted, and family-owned for 90 years, with a huge selection of appliances, furniture, and mattresses to go with unmatched customer service. Who does not love sunshine? We're going to have blue skies through the day today. Our high 71 warm degrees. Get outside and play. Overnight, partly cloudy skies moving in, staying dry with a low of 51. I am Mark J. Weather from 3 News.
Rediscover the comfort of home with Grove Appliance Furniture and Mattress, your hometown spot for comfort, quality, and style. From sleek new appliances that make life easier to furniture that actually fits the way you live, Grove helps you create a space that feels like home. And with hundreds of fabric options, you can make it completely your own. Don't forget about their design center. If you're looking for a complete overhaul, they can help you with all of it, from cabinets and countertops to backsplashes and sleek appliances. Their local team takes time to find out exactly what you need. No pressure, no guessing, just honest advice and real service. And if you're upgrading on a budget, check out Grove's Scratch and Dent Room, where small imperfections mean big savings on top brands. Because when your home feels right, everything else just works. Grove Appliance Furniture and Mattress. Hometown comfort. Made simple.
Come see us at Grove, where it always feels like home.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show on AM1310 WDPN. We had to get the Masters music going because we're going to be joined by Jay Wilhelm from Q92 Sports. We're going to talk a little bit about the Masters and where everyone's currently sitting. So we got Jay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Bring him in. Hi, Jay.
Absolutely.
Should we talk at like a low voice like this, like we're Jim Nance at
Should I
the
just
Masters?
keep the Masters music going?
Yeah.
No way.
Let's leave it going in the background. Jay, how are you, buddy?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Been a little nervous. Yesterday was a little nervous, but I feel like
You're doing great.
I feel like we're doing pretty good today. So
Yeah,
I feel
you're doing great. You did great yesterday.
Thanks, Jay. You're so sweet.
We're talking golf today, so I don't know what I'm doing over here. I felt way better yesterday.
So let's talk a little bit about the Masters. I haven't paid too much attention. I've had the scoreboard up all day. I haven't watched a lot. But I see we've got Burns and McIlroy in the clubhouse, 5 under.
Yep.
Who is your pick? I know we talked a little bit in the office. Who's your pick for the Masters this year? Who do you think is going to come out on top?
So that is a loaded question because everybody that knows golf and knows the Masters is you can't just pick one guy. It's so hard to do. So I'm going to start with the defending champion, and he's currently number 1. So this may come off as a hot take, but I don't think he has a chance to win truly.
Yeah, you've only had 3 other players in Masters history to win back-to-back.
Yep.
Yeah, Jack, Nick Faldo, and Tiger in 2001 and 2002. So
Yep.
the odds are stacked against him. He did put in a really nice second 9. His first 9, he kind of held place a little bit, but he really got things going towards the end of that front and into the second. And he goes in the clubhouse, currently the leader.
Yeah, and I think he's kind of broken the door down of being uncomfortable at Augusta now that he's won. And, maybe he does become the 4th to do it. I don't see it. And now we're going to move to the world's number 1. Scheffler, he's 3 under, tied for 3rd right now. You can never count that guy out. He's a previous Masters winner too. I don't think he wins it either.
Yeah, he's been playing really well. He's currently he's just getting ready to start the second 9. He's 3 under through there. And how often do you think the favor really truly wins the Master recently? Like back in the day when it was Tiger, and Phil, you kind of had a really good inclination. Right now, I don't know if other than Scheffler, but he doesn't really stand out like those guys used to.
No, I don't think there's anybody that really stands out. That's why I have a couple of guys like Xander Schauffele. He's 2 under right now. He's in the clubhouse tied for 9th. He's one of the best ball strikers on tour, and he knows the course. And that really is what matters when you get to this point. Get to the weekend, good ball striking, know the course. Justin Rose is a big one for me. I'm really high on Justin Rose. He is a 3-time runner-up at Augusta, including last year's loss in the playoff to McIlroy. He's come close, and he's playing really, really well right now. He's tied for third.
Yeah, he's always a name that seems to pop up every single year in and year out. And I know last year with Rory, it kind of had a lot of people kind of torn. Like, who did you want to win? The guy, like, both of them have been their entire career so close and have had so many moments where you could be like, yeah, this is their year. And then all of a sudden Rory's just like, yes, sorry, Justin, not this year.
Yeah. People were torn because Justin Rose is such a great person. And he's such a good ambassador for the gentleman's game of golf, right? Like, even though he made it that close and then got overtaken by Rory in the playoff, he still had nothing but great things and great sportsmanship. And I think that's why a lot of people this year, now that Rory's out of the way and got his Grand Slam, I think a lot of people are rooting for Justin Rose because the good guy needs to win sometimes. Tommy Fleetwood, watch for that guy in the weekend. Another great ball striker playing really good golf. And then you and I mentioned yesterday when you and I were talking, Oiberg. He's +1, struggling a little bit, but that guy's as hot as anybody so far. He's had a couple of struggles to close. He got close at the Players, close at the Texas Open, but his game is built for this kind of tournament. If he can just kind of hang on, get to the weekend, and then start scoring.
Yeah, Fleetwood.
So those are my guys. Those are the guys I really look at.
Fleetwood now, he was 3 under halfway through his second 9 and then dropped a shot in 16 and then dropped a shot in 18, and he's in the clubhouse at 1 under. A name that really jumps out to me, and I'm looking at the scoreboard right in front of me, Freddie Couples sitting in at 12th. He's 2 under through 14.
Is it not crazy that Freddie Couples' swing is so timeless that he might be able to have that swing when he's 110?
And I think that is what is so great about this tournament as well, is that you can take someone who's Freddie Couples, nice, solid swing, doesn't try to do too much with it, especially off the tee. He plays smart. And then you've got, like a Bryson DeChambeau who just comes up and blasts the crap out of the ball. That you could take both these players who are completely different style of players, and they can both compete and perform at the Masters tournament just because of the way that how well this course is designed.
Yeah, and Bryson, what is he, +5 now?
He started off good, and then he really struggled.
I think the U.S. Open and maybe even the Open are really more built for Bryson's game. I think sometimes to win the Masters, you have to be so technical on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we all know him as like the power guy, and he's gotten better at his technical stuff. But I think he's still got work to do to really compete for a Masters another year or two, maybe. I don't really see him having a real shot this year, especially after today. But I mean, that's always been my thought with Bryson, is the Masters more than any other major requires so much technical perfection on Sunday. And he's just not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Those, I would say Rose, Schauffele, those are my 2 big guys. Watch for Fleetwood on the weekend. If he makes it to the weekend, he gets real dangerous. Those are the 3 guys I got my eye on.
What's fantastic is I don't think the Masters is a course where distance really matters off the tee. It's all about your placement with your approach shot to the green, because the greens are so fast. They are so undulating that you have to hit your spot. If you don't, that ball is gone. And they set it up, and they cut the cups, and they put the flags in spots where they know this is your landing area. We're going to make it tough on you. If you miss to the left, there was a shot this morning. They're like, you can't miss to the left there. And the guy missed to the left, it hit the green, and it just rolled and trickled all the way off. And I think when you talk about the technical aspect of it, you're putting within, 3 to 5 feet in your approach shots. Those are the 2 things that I think win you the Masters tournament.
Yeah, you're 1,000% right. If you look back at Rory, the shots that changed his chances were his approach shots. He had those two, the one that, he faded it or, hooked it around the tree on that par 4, par 5 towards the end. And it just kind of trickled down within 7 feet for eagle. And it was just, it's such a technical tournament. And I think that's why people love it so much, is it's just so different. Like US Open, you win with power.
Yeah.
Thick, rough, long courses. The Masters is all about, I call it the Tim Duncan tournament of golf. Just be fundamentally perfect and you can win the Masters.
And that's what it takes. That's absolutely what it takes to get through and to make it happen. And I always like, the first round's always fun to watch for me, just because you get to see who jumps out to that big start. But man, I love Friday and Saturday, because Friday is that day where they are trying to make the cut.
Moving day, baby.
Yeah, they are doing whatever they have to do in order to play on Saturday and Sunday. And then when you get to Saturday, it's all right. This is where you make your push to get that pristine tee time for Sunday to put yourself in contention. And obviously Sunday is Sunday. It's the conclusion of the tournament. That's what everyone wants to see. But man, those 2 days in the middle just really propel it and start pushing the storylines that start to come out and get you ready for Sunday. And the names that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that guy's there. Or, I can't believe that guy's so far down. Like, I thought this was his year. It's fascinating. Them Fridays and Saturdays in the Masters is, I think, just as special as Sunday.
I'll narrow it down, because I agree with you 1,000%, but I'll narrow down those 3 days and go, I absolutely love the back nine on Friday, the back nine on Saturday, and then the tournament really gets going on the back nine on Sunday. The back nines on those 3 days are some of the most entertaining golf that you can watch all season.
Yeah. The Amen Corner is what I tend to, if you watch, it's not televised all day, but you can go to themasters.com and they've got live viewing. You could pick your pairings in some cases. You can watch Amen Corner. You can do different things like that. And I usually just put it on there, and I love the view. And then I think it's 15 with the really tight fairway coming off out of Amen Corner. It's either 14 or 15. It's got that super tight tee box. And then there's trees on each side, and then it opens up a little bit. I enjoy watching that so much. And I'm going to go home tonight, and I'll probably just put on a bunch of highlights and sit and veg out and watch some of this stuff, because it's an amazing tournament. We've been talking about it for, I don't know how. I'm getting ready for it here at the station. All right, let's see. It's 3-question Thursday. And we got Jay Wilhelm on here. Let's ask, he's kind of already answered one, if you had to pick one, who's your favorite for the Masters?
I'm going to flip a coin between Scheffler and Rose. Because I've seen Scheffler win it, I'm going to go with Justin Rose.
Justin Rose. All right. Coming up in the next hour, we're going to talk a little bit about Todd Monken and the Browns. He addressed the missing of the photo situation that happened last week. He talked about it. We're going to play the audio coming up. Does it bother you that Todd Monken was getting a haircut and they changed the time on him and he missed the photo, or it doesn't matter? Is it just a story?
It's just a story. I really don't care, because I'm going to tell you right now, if he comes out and wins 3 of his first 5 or 3 in a row to start the season, nobody's going to remember the haircut. Nobody's going to care. It's all going to be wins and losses.
Did you know Sean McVay missed the team photo one year? The coach's photo?
Not.
Yeah, see? You didn't know that.
Nobody knows. Now, if he goes, if he pulls another 0-16 or 1 in whatever, that's going to get magnified even more. But if he wins, nobody's going to remember. Nobody's going to care. It's going to become a nice little punchline for something, and that's about it.
All right, Jay, finally, what is your favorite cartoon of all time?
Oh, man. Oh, man. Can we go adult cartoons?
Yeah, Ryan went South Park.
Yeah, South Park's my favorite cartoon ever.
I'm going Family Guy then.
Yeah.
But if I'm going back to a kid, Rugrats.
Oh my gosh, I forgot all about Rugrats.
Or Doug.
Arnold and
Doug or
Reese.
Rugrats back when I was a kid, but Family Guy all time.
That's awesome. It's so funny when you look back and like I can think of the TV shows that I watched during this specific time period when I would get home from school. It was like Darkwing Duck and Gargoyles. And,
Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
I started watching cartoons with Riley, and we did some Darkwing Duck. I think Mike said DuckTales. We've gotten into DuckTales really bad, and not bad, but really hard, and been watching that. It's just so funny to look back and to see all these cartoons that you grew up with.
Good cartoons now.
We talk, the best one for like a kid, and I mean it's good for adults, is Bluey, but that's not
isn't it like 10 minutes long or 15 minutes long or something like that?
They're shorts.
Okay.
But if you're looking for like action packed like animation, like we used to have, I think Spidey Friends is one where it's like they're small Spider-Man characters. We used to watch that a lot. Patrick from Fall Out Boy sings the theme song to it.
Oh my gosh.
But other than that, there aren't really too many.
I think like the last really good ones that were later on past my age of watching cartoons that weren't adult cartoons was like the Fairly Odd Parents or Phineas and Ferb. I think were pretty decent, but they were later on in my viewing experience.
Yeah, I forgot about SpongeBob.
Oh yeah. My mom even likes SpongeBob to this day. Shout out to Mom. She loves SpongeBob.
It always will be.
Those were cartoons that came out when I wanted nothing to do with cartoons in my life. I didn't have kids. I wasn't paying any. That's when like Phineas and Ferb and SpongeBob. Like I've never watched SpongeBob SquarePants. I know the song, but I've never watched it.
I grew up on SpongeBob.
Some of those came out when we were too cool for school and we had moved past the cartoon until we went back and then we started watching it with
I never went back for those. We've gone back and have watched a lot of the older Disney and the older Nickelodeon stuff, but not really into any of the new stuff too much. So, all right, Jay, thanks so much for joining us today on the Sam Bourquin Show. I love talking golf with you, and I know you're a big guy. I wouldn't be surprised if you're out on the course this Saturday or Sunday in the morning, getting home in time to watch the back nine play.
Possible. I got to drop my son off for a workout thing, so I got some time at least for a range session.
That's Jay Wilhelm. You can catch him coming up in this sports season with us. He's been with us for a long time, does a great job, and is here at Q92 and AM1310. Jay, thanks so much for joining today, buddy.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, man. It's Jay Wilhelm from Q92 Sports. We're getting close to the top of the hour. If you haven't gone and commented on our 3-question Thursday, who is your odds-on favorite to win the Masters this year? What is your favorite cartoon of all time? And lastly, we're going to talk a lot about this coming up in the Cleveland Browns. Does Todd Monken missing the coach's photo for this season, does it bother you? I know a lot of people were angry about it. I know a lot of people didn't care about it, wondering where you stand on it. I currently, it's indifferent to me. It's a photo. They changed the time on him. It's water under the bridge. Move on, and let's start focusing on camp and the season and getting everybody going and fired up for the season. So I could care less about that. I'm going to go with who did I pick? Patrick Reed. That's who I picked. I went with Patrick Reed to win the Masters. He's another guy. Has been around, played a lot, has not won the green jacket, and we'll see if he can pull that one off. And currently the Batman animated series is my favorite cartoon of all time right now. That's probably going to change when I move on, but right now it's the Batman animated series. We're going to step away, take a break. We'll come back and close out the bottom of the hour, 5 o'clock hour on the horizon on the Sam Bourquin Show. It's AM1310 WDPN.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-498-2098 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-498-2098 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-498-2098 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
How do you know you're home? At Habitat for Humanity, we believe it's when you find peace, stability, and safety. But 1 in 3 people on Earth woke up today without a good home. Not because of chance, but because of high costs and other very real barriers. A housing crisis this big needs all of us. So let's open the door to opportunity and build a tomorrow where home is possible for everyone. Visit Habitat.org to learn more. Again, that's Habitat.org. Habitat for Humanity. Let's open the door.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for and there they go. Almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Good afternoon. It's the Sam Bourquin Show on AM1310 WDPN. I'm Ryan Keller. Thanks for joining us today. Ryan, go ahead. Let's get into this. So some breaking news out of the NBA. Joel Embiid has been diagnosed with appendicitis and is currently undergoing surgery in Houston, the team announced. They said further updates will be provided as appropriate. He was ruled out for today's game with Houston due to an illness. And then, boom, you get hit with this. So Joel Embiid from the 76ers is having his appendix removed and will miss the game tonight against Houston. And they are currently not eliminated from the playoffs. They're still in a little bit of a battle, so could really hurt Philadelphia going into tonight's game with Joel Embiid out, being diagnosed with appendicitis. I've never had appendicitis.
No, me neither. I still have mine.
I still have mine, but with all the things you're missing, I'm surprised.
Hey, that's a good point. It's the one you don't need, so obviously I still got that.
Still have it. I know a funny story. You know how I watch racing a lot. Carlos Sainz, it was either last year or the year before, had appendicitis and had the surgery and missed one race, came back for the next race, and then won it, which is just incredible because, I mean, they cut open your abdomen to get in there. So Joel Embiid.
I've had worse.
I'm sure. I bet you have. Joel Embiid being out really hurts them as the NBA season gets wrapped up. I know they're. Let's see. We'll look at the league and see where they currently stand. Yeah, this might not hurt them so much. But who's ahead of them? Atlanta's with 45 wins on the season. Philly's with 43. Now he's out against they're playing Houston. Toronto's still there. Orlando's still there. 76ers are still there. Charlotte Hornets are still there. So there is a battle Yeah, we'll see if that hurts them or not. Joel Embiid currently out with appendicitis. And that's never fun. That's never fun.
Well, I don't know. Neither of us would know if it's fun or not.
I can't imagine it being
fun.
fun.
I'm not thinking it's fun.
Yeah. Cleveland Cavaliers off tonight. They'll be back into action tomorrow. I believe it was a 7:30 tip-off for the Cavaliers. Yeah, they have Atlanta. So tickets as low as $39. It's at Atlanta though. So, 2 games left for the Cavaliers. They've got the Hawks and the Wizards, and then that rounds out the end of the season. Tomorrow's game against Atlanta though is on Prime Video.
Okay.
So if you're looking to see it somewhere else, it will be on
Cool, I can
Prime
watch that one.
Video. That's something else I want to talk about a little bit as well, because there have been some DOJ investigations into all these sports or organizations airing their games on pay-to-watch platforms like Prime and Netflix and HBO Max and different things like that. So that's currently getting looked at because it's a pain in the butt to have to search 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different streaming sites to try to find the game you want to watch.
No, part of the show now at this point is every time Sam says there's a game on tonight or tomorrow, part of that is being like, oh, here's where you can watch it, because nobody ever knows where you can find anything.
Yeah, it says on Prime Video, and then the game against Washington is on MNMT.
The hell is that?
Beats the hell out of me. I have no idea. We'll have to
We got to figure out what that is.
We'll have to look that up. We'll do that in the top of the 5 o'clock hour. We're going to step away for the news. When we come back, we got some audio from Todd Monken's press conference that took place yesterday. We're going to get to that. We'll talk a little bit about the Browns, and we'll wrap up the final hour of the Sam Bourquin Show right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
News, weather, sports, local information, and music 24 hours a day. This is AM 1310 WDPN Alliance.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Talks between the U.S. and Iran still on track in Pakistan, even as the fragile ceasefire is tested. Israel says there's no ceasefire with Lebanon, but says it's agreed to talks. The State Department says it will host those talks next week. First Lady Melania Trump making a surprise announcement related to the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, pushing back on claims she had a connection to Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, calling them lies. Here's ABC's Peter Haralamos.
We do know that Melania Trump and Donald Trump existed really within the same social circles as Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, both in New York and in Palm Beach around the early 2000s. That being said, the kind of breaking in the relationship between Trump and Epstein happened around 2004. That's before the time that Trump and Melania got married. So what exactly the accusations are here are a bit unclear.
The crew of Artemis 2 going through critical checks today as it prepares for the re-entry flight to back to Earth tomorrow. This is ABC News.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Now, the latest Alliance area news from Clint Marshall on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 5:02. Second suspect in a March drive-by shooting in Canton is now in custody. 24-year-old Nadia Brown was arrested Tuesday and arraigned Wednesday in Canton Municipal Court, where bond was set at $100,000. She faces charges of felonious assault and discharging a firearm. Brown allegedly shot at a woman on Allen Page Drive Southeast. 22-year-old Michael Reynolds of Jackson Township, who police say was driving, is charged with complicity and was arraigned April 2nd. Brown and Reynolds are scheduled for a preliminary hearing Friday. Man is in jail following a domestic incident in Canton. Police say 18-year-old Anthony Gilger argued with his live-in girlfriend at their home on 11th Street Southwest Friday night before pointing a handgun and threatening the woman's father. He allegedly fired a shot towards Sean Poling, who took cover behind a vehicle outside the home. Gilger, who reportedly had been drinking, fled before being arrested Wednesday. He faces charges including felonious assault, domestic violence, and aggravated menacing. Canton police say they arrested a man after he claimed to be a firefighter. 18-year-old Carter Davis also allegedly told dispatch during a 911 call he was a police officer after a near collision and argument in the 1600 block of 26th Street Northwest Wednesday night. Davis accused another driver of pulling a gun, but video and police confirmed no firearm was present. Officers also verified Davis has no fire or EMS certifications. He was booked at the Stark County Jail on impersonation charges. Stark County grand jury has declined to indict an Alliance man on most charges from 2 alleged assaults January 3rd and February 1st. 30-year-old Carl Baker was no-billed on all but one count and still faces a domestic violence charge. He was arraigned in Alliance Municipal Court Wednesday and pleaded not guilty. Baker remains free on bond. He was initially charged with strangulation, aggravated menacing, and 2 domestic violence counts. Baker previously pleaded guilty in February to separate charges involving the same woman. Man is dead after a motorcycle crash Tuesday night in Greene. The Summit County Sheriff's Office says it happened around 7:10 on South Arlington Road when an SUV turning left into an apartment complex was struck by a southbound motorcycle. 26-year-old Austin Bianco of Greene was taken to Suma Health in Akron, where he died. He was wearing a helmet. SUV's driver was not seriously hurt. An investigation is ongoing. Ravenna Board of Education moving forward with a high school addition that will house all students in the district. The 96,000 square foot project estimated to cost $46 million. The state covering 76%. District would pay $12 million. Next year, elementary students will attend Williard and Brown schools, while 7th and 8th graders move to the high school. West Main Elementary will close at the end of the year. The Record Courier reports the addition will include a third gym and separate spaces for different age groups. Voter approval of a levy renewal will help fund the district's share, with construction possibly starting in 2028. Kent State University students will get expanded health care on campus starting July 1st. A new partnership with Northeast Ohio Medical University will bring doctors, nurse practitioners, and mental health providers to DeWeese Health Center. Full-time students will pay $90 per semester. Part-time students, $35. The center will be open weekdays 8 to 5, with renovations expected to be complete by spring of next year. Columbiana County Commissioners have extended the bid date for Hanoverton's sewer connection project to May 27th. Earlier bids were rejected last week for being incomplete or non-responsive. Engineers plan a pre-bid meeting to clarify requirements such as bonding and insurance. Morning Journal reports the $190,000 project, funded through an Ohio EPA grant, will help 15 properties connect to the new sanitary sewer system. Columbiana County Drug Task Force arrested a man during searches at 2 homes in East Liverpool. Warrants were served Monday at 2 addresses on St. George Street. 51-year-old Antoine Momin was taken into custody for violating probation and obstructing official business, with additional charges pending lab results. His sister, Nicole, was released at the scene. She'd been arrested last month after a search turned up suspected cocaine, cash, and drug packaging materials. Youngstown man acquitted of felonious assault. 40-year-old Lionel Stanley was on trial for allegedly assaulting 2 people when they tried to stop him from attacking a woman on South Avenue in Youngstown last October. Stanley claimed self-defense, and a Mahoning County jury found him not guilty Wednesday. Prosecutors said Stanley followed the 2 people after the scuffle. The defense argued witnesses could have supported his claim that he was attacked first. Car crashed into a doctor's office in Boardman Wednesday morning. Police say a 70-year-old woman pulled into a parking space but kept going, slamming into the building on McClurg Road. She suffered minor injuries. The office was closed for the rest of the day. 72 degrees at 5:07. This is the local edition of WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Here's Mark Johnson's forecast on AM 1310 WDPN.
Sunny skies, maybe a few clouds here and there moving in. Our high today, 71 warm degrees, a little gusty out there. Overnight, partly cloudy, our low, 51. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Live from the AM1310 WDPN studio, it's time for live and local sports talk. It's the Sam Bourquin Show.
I'm ready.
Give the show a call at 330-821-1310.
Good call, meatball.
Watch the Sam Bourquin Show on the AM1310 Facebook page, the Q92 YouTube page, and on X. This is the Sam Bourquin Show on AM1310 WDPN.
Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN. I'm Ryan Keller, filling in for Sam Bourquin this week while he is on vacation. Appreciate you hanging out and talking sports. So feel free to call the show, 330-821-1310. You can text at 330-924-7088. You can also comment on our social medias, Facebook, YouTube, and X. So before the break, we were trying to figure out what MNMT stood for the Cavs' final regular season game. They had listed Monumental Sports Network, and that's for the Wizards. That is their sports channel. The Cavs game tomorrow night, Friday, is going to be on Prime Video, and then on Sunday, they play the Wizards at 6 p.m. to wrap up the regular season. That will be on FanDuel Sports Network. So there's where you can catch the last 2 Cleveland Cavs games of the season. I also saw something else that popped up on my phone before we get into the Brown stuff, because I got that lined up for you. Obviously, Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA. And I saw an article today where the Indiana Fever have posted renderings of a new practice facility for the Fever this year. And it's going to cost them $78 million. It's a 108,000 square foot practice facility. It's got dual practice courts, recovery suites, hydrotherapy pools, saunas, a chef-driven nutrition program, content production studio. So if they want to make content for social media, they can do it at their practice facility.
You got to have that.
You got to have that.
That's the most important thing in basketball.
They have a golf simulator. There will be childcare spaces, which I think is awesome. That
actually makes a lot of sense in any place, really.
Yeah. And then they are also offering a nail, hair, and makeup salon for the Indiana Fever. So, hey, they came up with a new collective bargaining agreement, and they're showing out. And when you've got Caitlin Clark on your roster, I mean, you're going to want to try to keep her there, right? Like,
I don't know. I think the NBA guys should be pretty mad that they don't have a hair and nail station anywhere in their arenas.
You think?
That's not fair. That's not equality.
Oh. he went there. He really did. All right, let's
we know that some of those NBA players don't want manicures.
Hey, I got to tell you, a pedicure, don't knock it until you've tried it.
Yeah, you're not the first guy to tell me that. But I can't have people touching my feet.
I don't like the bottom of my feet touch. Like the crown of my feet, you can just stay away. My wife does this thing where she teases me, and my daughter does it now too.
Yeah, because she learned.
Well, they'll just gently run their finger up the sole of my foot, and it takes every ounce of my body to not just start wailing my feet around because I'm afraid I'm going to kick them.
Yeah,
but that's what it does.
It's a really good way to get yourself kicked.
It's a natural reaction for me to do that. But no, really cool that the Fever are investing into that. At the same time, it's tough because, a lot of their league is supplemented by the NBA. Mm-hmm. And that's what's frustrating is that you wouldn't pay your players and that you're using supplement from the NBA, and yet you drop a a big, beautiful facility. But I mean, hey, they deserve it too. They're professional athletes, no matter what anyone says about them. So we'll just leave it at that. But the facility looks really cool. The renderings look really cool. All right, we've got some audio that we're going to play some clippets from Todd Monken in his press conference. And you have the order that we're going to play them in?
Whichever order you tell me to put them in.
All right. Let's do the one where he talks about the picture first. Yep. Here's Todd Monken.
Trying to get a sweet haircut. Oh, I really don't give a I mean, it had nothing to do with me. I mean, they moved the meeting. I didn't miss it. I was just trying to get a sweet haircut. I mean, that's what I was trying to do. And then they moved the meeting. Now, you can blame that I should have been at the meeting when they moved it up and my ass would have known that's when it was. Yeah, okay, I got you. And was it disappointing? Bet your ass it was disappointing. Waited my whole life to be a head coach. I'm not in the head coach's picture. You'd think with AI they could have done that quickly and got me in there. But no, it's the way it is. It'll be under the bridge, and what'll matter most is how we move from here and do we win or not. That ultimately, none of that will matter.
The reason I asked is that there's this perception around the Browns, like, what can go wrong, will go wrong. People always read the worst into what happens here. How can you guys change that perception?
Winning. Well, what changes everything, right? The winning changes everything, right? I told the coaches that the other day, right? Or playing well. How does a player stop a narrative? Play well. How do we stop a narrative on offense? Score. How do you stop a narrative of winning? Win. It's pretty freaking simple, right? I mean, is that not life in general, right? There is a narrative out there that, you're not a good husband. Well, change, be a good husband, right? All that's part of it, right? Change the narrative, become that. That's what we have to do. It's real simple.
And I love how he answers that. Like, yeah, it sucks. Did I want to be in it? Yeah, it would. My first year as a head coach, I would have loved to have been in it, but whatever. It is what it is. It's water under the bridge. How do you fix it? You'll win. However, I will every single coach who has come in and been the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, they say the same stuff. It has to get old. It has to get tiring.
I'm already tired of it, and I've only been hearing it for a year.
Yeah. And as you can see, if you're watching the video, I am sitting in a Pittsburgh Penguins jersey. Now, people give me crap. They're like, you can't be a Steelers fan and you can't be a Browns fan. I don't want to see the Browns be bad. I want to see them be good. I grew up in this area. My family rooted for the Steelers. I rooted for the Steelers. The Steelers team that I rooted for and that I was in love with is gone. It's well gone.
Oh, yeah.
Jerome Bettis is my favorite all-time player. I had the privilege of meeting him. They tell you not to meet your heroes. I met him. He's awesome. He was the nicest guy. I was a grown man with tears in my eyes when I met him. But that Steelers team is long gone. Do I root for the Steelers when they play Cleveland? Yes. Do I root for Cleveland every other game throughout the year? Yes, because I root for them. I watch them. All my friends are Browns fans. All my coworkers, most of my coworkers are Browns fans. Christian, if you listen to the morning show on Q92, he's a diehard Bears fan, but he roots for the Browns. And that's a little easier because one's in the NFC and one's in the AFC. And I'm rooting for, two teams that play in the same division. And I can see why people give me crap over it. I get it. I understand it, especially if you've been a diehard Browns fan. The NFL is not a sport, a league that I am heads over heels over. I watch football. I watch a lot of football. If I miss a game, do I lose my mind? No, because it is what it is. And I tend to watch and enjoy football more when I am watching multiple teams instead of just focusing on my team. I watch multiple games throughout all the days. But every single Browns coach that has come in has said the same exact thing. We need to change the culture. Winning solves everything. Well, no crap.
I think the problem is with saying we need to change the culture is, Sam and I talk about this so much, is that the culture is Jimmy Haslam.
Yeah.
He's the culture. Yeah. He's the owner. He sets the pace for the team. He sets the pace for everything. He tells everybody what to do at any point.
Yeah.
So if his heart or mind isn't going the right direction, then the Browns aren't going to be going the right direction, whether the coach or the players wanted to or not.
Yeah, and I think that's why the national media, and like that gentleman asked, like there's this perception around the Cleveland Browns. How do you break it? You can't just say win. And I know it's his first, they're just starting camp. Players are just starting to report. I get that. The draft's coming up in boy, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. We're going to have the NFL draft. It'll be interesting to see, because you're truly not going to know until week 1. And we don't even know who the quarterback is. And we've got some audio from Todd Monken when he talks about the quarterback situation too. Ryan, go ahead. Here's Todd Monken talking about their situation at quarterback.
What we got into for sure. I mean, each day they're going to gain more and more information of what we do and what we expect. I was fired up. I mean, I thought all 3 guys were bright-eyed, wanted to learn. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better start in that QB room. There's enough there of all 3. I mean, I think we'd all be able to say that. Like, I mean, there's enough there to really like Deshaun, the way he plays. And there's enough there to really like the way Shedeur played at the back end of the year. And there's enough early in the year from Dylan that is playing the position at a very high level. So I don't see it as, it's been brought up a lot more to me than really what I think about. Other than, someone's going to have to start off first, and someone's going to go second, and someone's going to go third. And then we'll be willing to switch that. That's easily, on a daily basis, what we see, just like any position. That's not set in stone. That's something we can flip, just like the practice face. We can flip that any given day to how we see fit that gives us the best chance to develop our players. Now, how they go about it, how they study, how they take care of their body, how they manage our team, how they lead, those are set in stone. Those are non-negotiables.
I don't like that answer. I really don't, because you haven't seen really anything from Deshaun Watson in a couple years. You haven't seen nothing. And very rarely does a player miss that much time in the NFL and come back and be the same player he was. It's just not going to happen. And you can say what you want. I was not a fan of Deshaun Watson when he was at Houston. He had one good year, at least for my opinion. I don't think he would have continued to move Houston in the right direction, even if he did not have the injury. Again, my opinion. And when he came back, you saw flashes, but I don't think it's something that can be sustained throughout an entire season with him playing at the same level. I mean, when was he in Houston? Ryan, can you look up Deshaun Watson and just try to find out what year he was in Houston? Because it feels like it's been like 4 years. But did you really see enough from Shedeur to know what you have with him? There's no way you could have seen enough from Dylan Gabriel to know what you have with him. So how
Okay. So Deshaun Watson played for the Houston Texans from 2017 to 2021, and he joined the Browns in 2022.
5 years since taking sustained, because it's so frustrating. That I think that is the most frustrating thing of all. You have just thrown away and squandered money. And I understand the injury wasn't his fault, but you signing him to that guaranteed contract was. And that's dumb. But I don't think you've seen enough from Shedeur. I definitely don't think you've seen enough from Dylan Gabriel. Do the Browns draft a quarterback in the draft? There's a friend of ours who he says every team should draft a quarterback every year until they get their guy. And it's such an important position on your team that you need that.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that statement. Unless you have your guy.
Yeah.
You need your guy.
Pittsburgh's talking about doing it this year, drafting another quarterback. They drafted Will Howard last year, who I really like. Will Howard. I think he's a good fit for that organization. I think he's going to do good in Pittsburgh if he's given a shot. We talked earlier, you don't know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers, and you don't, who else is you're going to go with Mason Rudolph? Is he still there? Like, what do you do there? And who'd have thought that the Steelers and the Browns are in kind of the same situation where they don't have a solidified starting quarterback?
No, and they're with the Steelers are with a new coach this year too, which is extremely rare for them as it is.
And a guy who has a lot of history with Aaron Rodgers. But Cleveland and Pittsburgh in the same situation, not knowing who their starting quarterback's going to be. And both teams with quarterbacks who you're like, could they, couldn't they?
Oh, I know. And the quarterback room, especially last year leading into this year, has been by far the most infuriating thing I've had to hear about the Browns, between Deshaun and Sanders, and like, what are we going to do? And there's this argument of we haven't seen Deshaun enough. Oh, we haven't seen Shedeur enough. I think all of that is true. I don't think this year the Browns should actually be getting a quarterback. They don't need to worry about that. They need to worry about building out the rest of the team and trying to see if they have a quarterback, because how much have we really seen a Shedeur play? Like, as quarterback last year, what did he get? 4 games, 5 games?
Couple games, yeah. I mean, he showed again times of brilliance. I think with Shedeur, and I didn't like him coming out of college. I thought he was overhyped. I don't think he deserved the attention that he was getting. I think a 5th round draft pick, I believe that's where he went, was a little harsh. I think he would have been a late 2nd, early 3rd rounder. And in my mind, that's where I thought, coming out of college, that's where I thought he fit. The things that I don't like about Shedeur can get fixed. And my biggest 100%. Thing with him, and people are, he taps the ball. My thing with Shedeur is you cannot play the same style that you played in college, because you were able to outrun players in college. You can't do that in the NFL. You have to establish a pocket. And he holds the ball way too long. That's my biggest thing with Shedeur Sanders. He holds the ball way too long, and he struggles with his accuracy on short passes, the ins and the outs. I think he gets antsy. He doesn't throw off his feet when they're planted, like they're not planted correctly. He's throwing off of one leg, and that hurts his accuracy. Did he have an offensive line protecting for him? Not a great one.
No.
So I can understand why he had happy feet and wanted to get rid of the ball. If you can work on a few things with Shedeur, I think he could be okay. Is he going to be that stud leading the league in categories, franchise quarterback? I don't think so. I don't think they have that person on their roster. It's definitely not Dylan Gabriel.
No.
And
no, definitely not.
I honestly don't think it's Deshaun Watson. Now, what you want to do is you start Deshaun, because you're paying him a ton of money.
Give him a chance to come out of his injury and see what he can still do.
100%. He's had a ton of time to rehab. You let him come out. You see what he does.
Yeah.
You set Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel, and you let them learn.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's a frustrating thing to me. And I'm not a general manager, but when you know that there are, especially with a young quarterback coming into the league, you need to have an established offensive line, because you are going to destroy this young man's confidence coming in. And
100%.
You've seen it time in and time out with and Cleveland and other franchises as well, not just Cleveland, because they feel like that one position is going to fix them now. And that's not the case. A lot of quarterbacks that you see coming in and they're young and they win Super Bowls and they do well. It's because they're on that young rookie contract and they're able to spend money elsewhere to protect them. The San Francisco 49ers, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, super low contract. He went out and he did what he needed to do. He balled out. He's played well. And that's all they needed him to do, because they were able to spend the money and put it around him. They got an offensive line. They had decent receivers. They have a good defense.
Yeah, that's actually kind of where I was going to go anyway. So we're on the same page. So even if Shador and his name left my brain. But even if our two current quarterbacks are
Gabriel
Watson. Watson.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know why Deshaun's name left my brain like that. But so even if they are just average quarterbacks, they're just decent quarterbacks. They're not studs. They're not incredible. They're not going to carry the whole team. Even if they're decent quarterbacks, if you don't have an offensive line, they can't be decent quarterbacks.
No.
They can't pass to anybody if nobody's catching the ball.
Yeah.
So I think even if you get Deshaun or Shador out on the field and have him play a bunch of games this year, if they don't have an offensive line, we're still really not seeing their potential because they can't complete passes anyway because the person won't catch it.
Yeah, and it's a double-edged sword because upper management is saying win now, but you can't. It's not I mean, you'll have it every now and then where, you get lightning in a bottle. Everything lines up.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the teams that are successful have a young quarterback who is good, but then they have the pieces around them. And you see when you get to a point where that quarterback then wants all this money and then they pay him that money and they can't afford the support around him is when it falls off. And I use the example of the Baltimore Ravens when Joe Flacco wanted that big contract and they paid it to him. And then the Ravens fell apart because they couldn't pay anyone else. And then they got Lamar Jackson on a friendly contract. He was good, turned in to be great. And then they were able to build around him, though, when they weren't paying that massive contract to their quarterback. And that's when teams have the most success.
Yeah, it's obvious, like in generally obvious. If it's obvious to me that you want your quarterback to be able to complete their passes in order for them to be a successful quarterback. It's not rocket science. He can't throw the ball, run down there and catch it himself.
Yeah. And I think Cleveland has been in this perpetual cycle of throwing a young rookie in, thinking he is going to ignite this fire, and it failing miserably because they don't have the pieces around him to support him and to make him great. So good quarterbacks become great when they've got the support around them.
Exactly.
And this isn't, and I'm not talking in absolutes. There are times when you get a rookie quarterback who comes in and just blows everything away and just takes off. But more than not, the quarterbacks who have time to sit behind a veteran quarterback and learn and develop and understand the system, those are the quarterbacks, I believe, who go on to win Super Bowls and do good things. Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre. You had Jordan Love, who sat behind Aaron Rodgers. They didn't throw Patrick Mahomes right into the mix. He had time to mature a little bit. And I think that would send the Browns in the right trajectory. But, and there's a but, Jimmy Haslam and most of the fan base don't want to wait. They want to win now.
Yeah, and we're at a point where it's a crucial point because I feel like if they make the right moves this year with the draft and how they play their quarterbacks and how they set stuff up, they could actually develop something that is a football team based around the quarterbacks we have without having to spend extra money on another quarterback who's not going to work out and not getting the O-line.
Yep.
And we still have Myles Garrett, right? We haven't traded him yet.
Yeah, they should trade him though.
I mean, if you're gonna keep him, you might as well at least beef up the O-line so that the defense and the offense are both good instead of just having one incredible offensive player or defensive player that doesn't really help us score points. It's cool that we can stop them from scoring, but it's really not cool that we can't come back and score.
Yeah, we got some more more thoughts on this.
I ran us over the hour.
No, you're good. We'll get back to them coming up after the break. We got some more audio from Todd Monken, and we also got Junkins and Seth Rollins from the WWE talking about the Cleveland Browns. All that coming up in the final half hour of the Sam Bourquin Show on AM1310 WDPN.
Here's the latest news on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon. It's 5:30. NATO Chief Mark Rutte said he understands Washington's frustration. President Trump now said to be mulling over a plan to pull troops out of certain NATO countries and move them to more, quote, supportive allies. The proposal, which is reportedly still in early conception, would fall short of Trump's recent threats to completely withdraw from the alliance. Presidents are not able to remove the U.S. from NATO without congressional approval. Rudy held closed-door talks about the future of NATO with the president at the White House Wednesday. He said, I was able to point out the fact the large majority of European nations have been helpful with basing, with logistics, with overflights, making sure they live up to their commitments. Britain and Norway have conducted a weeks-long operation to deter Russian spy submarines near undersea cables in the North Atlantic. Defense Secretary John Healey said Thursday a Royal Navy frigate, aircraft, and hundreds of personnel tracked a Russian attack sub and 2 spy submarines north of the UK. The Russian vessels eventually left after the operation that lasted more than a month. NATO countries have expressed concern Russia could sabotage underwater cables crucial for global communications. Chavin Sangha of Los Angeles was sentenced to 15 years in prison Wednesday in connection with the 2023 overdose death of Friends actor Matthew Perry. Sangha pleaded guilty last year to federal charges, including several counts of distribution of ketamine. Prosecutors said Perry's assistant bought 50 vials of the quick-acting anesthetic that can also be misused as a hallucinogenic. Perry died October 28, 2023 at age 54. He was found dead at a hot tub at his home in Los Angeles. Autopsy showed his death was caused by the acute effects of ketamine, with contributing factors including drowning and coronary artery disease. An illegal alien semi-truck driver accused of killing a father of 2 and Maryland resident in a highway crash in Pennsylvania. Wednesday, Citizenship Immigration Services announced the arrest of Dawood Hussain from Pakistan, who was previously given a CDL. In October 2023, was driving a semi in Pennsylvania when he allegedly began driving the wrong way on a highway, hitting Henry Nunez, who died as a result of the crash. Hussain was subsequently charged with felony vehicular homicide. Last month, the Department of Transportation implemented a new rule banning several groups of foreign nationals from obtaining CDLs. The State Department recently issued travel advisories for Nigeria, Ethiopia, and one other country in Africa designated as Level 3 Reconsider Travel. The advisory for Nigeria, issued Wednesday, was updated to include information on changes to U.S. Embassy operations in the country and warnings against traveling to certain locations. Violent crime common throughout Nigeria, including assault, armed robbery, rape, kidnapping, roadside banditry, and carjacking. Nigeria has been under the scanner of the Trump administration over attacks on Christians in the country. It was designated as a country of particular concern in October, saying radical Islamists are responsible for mass slaughter. 72 degrees at 5:33 for WDPN News. I'm Clint Marshall.
Meteorologist Mark Johnson has the latest forecast on AM 1310 WDPN.
Warming up back into the 70s. We'll go 71 degrees for your Thursday afternoon high. Sunshine, maybe a couple of clouds here and there. Overnight, partly cloudy, looks good with a low of 51. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm Mark Johnson.
Welcome back to the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN. I'm Ryan Keller. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys listening while Sam is on vacation. He'll be back on Monday, and we'll return you to the regular Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN. We are talking Cleveland Browns right now. Todd Monken had a press conference yesterday. We've got some audio from that as well. He talked a little bit about the missing of the coach's photo, which whatever. I personally don't care. And then he talked a little bit about his quarterback situation with Deshaun, with Shador, and with Dylan Gabriel. And I mean, it's early. But he's talking about he's seeing a lot. He's seeing this. He's seeing that. I don't know. We'll see. I think all 3 of them need to see prominent playing time in the preseason this year. And then we'll find out who the starter is going to be. Boy, I have such a hard time seeing them pay all that money to Deshaun Watson now that he's healthy and not put him on the field. That just seems like a crying shame. It's like those people who buy these big, nice sports cars and then just park them in the garage and don't drive them.
Yeah, that is an absolute shame.
You pay all that money, take it out for a spin, see what she's got. And if you don't like it, trade it in for something else. I think that's the way to do it. Just cut your losses, and just get rid of the story. in the locker room. I think that's the biggest thing. But we do have some more audio of Coach Monken talking about coaching and him going into this season.
It doesn't matter if they know what to do, but they can't do it, right? Like I think a big one for me is, and our players have to take some onus and some memorization in terms of the playbook. Ultimately, our coaches should not be in charge of, just to give an example, of teaching someone the history of a gun. How was a gun made, right? Where did it come from? No, ultimately, we want to teach them how to fire it. And that's what we want to do as coaches. I don't want to teach them formations. They can study that. Motions, shifts, how we get aligned, memorization. We want our coaches to be able to coach how to do it and show it visually.
So that was Coach Monken talking about coaching and how, if they don't know, like if they know how to do it, but physically can't do it or just can't do it, then what good is it? So we'll see what he brings into this program. And I mean, he learned under, as much as I hate the Baltimore Ravens, learned under just a fantastic coach in John Harbaugh in Baltimore. So if he can bring what he's learned and he's won, he knows how to win. It's just if he's given the tools to do what he needs to. We have some other audio of Junkins talking about meeting his coach. He was on the D2B podcast.
The Down to Business podcast.
There you go.
My bad. I thought you were asking me if I had the Monken.
Oh, no. His was just from a press conference, but this is Junkins from the D2B podcast.
You've had a couple different coaches over the past couple of years. Have you heard from your new head coach, Todd Monken, yet?
Bro, I have, and it's not what I thought it would have been. Like, and when I say that in a good way,
what did you think it was going to be?
I thought he was going to be like more so like, because my past coach, bro, he was like really even keel, bro, like super quiet. I thought I was going to get that from Coach Monken, but it wasn't that. Like, he was like a real players coach, bro. Like, like give me a hug, like all that, bro. So he was just super communicative of what he wanted from the team, what his goal is, what his objective is, what he want to come in and do. And, he knows exactly what he wants, and he has a vision. And I think that's what's important as a head coach, and especially being vocal about it too. I think that's what matters.
See, the perception of everyone outside the room is one thing, and apparently the perception inside the room is a completely other thing. And Junkins right there, hey, my other guy, Stefanski, laid back, kind of did his own thing. Now you got this guy coming in, trying to make waves. So, I mean, if he can get his message through to the locker room, and sometimes these coaches just need a change of scenery. Sometimes it just works out that way.
Look, I feel like if anything, because Todd Monken, this is his first head coaching.
Yeah.
And he was a, assistant before this. If anything, he's, definitely hungry.
Yeah.
And he's going to want to try to do what he wants to do with the team. And I just really hope that Haslam gives him little bit of a chance to try to do that. I know that's asking a lot, but that'd be nice.
Stefanski was 2-time coach of the year.
Exactly.
And
that's why I don't have a lot of faith in Monken getting to do what he wants to do.
But I think Stefanski is a good coach. I think he's going to go and he's going to reshape Atlanta.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
He's going to be able to do the things that he wants to do. I think sometimes you just need a change of scenery. Clearly, I'm a hockey fan. I'm wearing my Penguins gear. It happened with the Penguins. They had Dan Bylsma. They fired him halfway through the regular season. They brought in Coach Sullivan, and he took him to two Stanley Cups. They did it before, even before then, when they brought Bylsma in. It was a mid-season coaches change, and sometimes you just need a different voice in the room.
Yeah, push aside everything we know about Todd Monken. Just on paper, an assistant coach moving up to a head coach of an NFL team, you want to hope that person is excited and hungry to have that job.
Absolutely.
Be like, it's my time to shine.
Yeah, and it seems like it's resonating with the players, and it's resonating with people outside of that locker room. Other people who have just heard him talk. Seth Rollins from the WWE was on, I believe it was Good Morning Football, and had a talk and was talking about Coach Monken and listening to the interview. And here's what Seth Rollins from the WWE had to say about Browns head coach Tom Monken.
Dude, guys, I am on fire from that interview. That was so awesome. Oh, man, I'm sold. The Browns might be my second team this year. I don't know, guys. Okay. That was incredible. I mean, that was just, they're my AFC team. Let's go. I think I'm in, man. Between him and Myles Garrett, I'm sold. I don't even care who plays quarterback now. I mean, that's an interview. What a way to start the season. I was fired up in the break. I was telling the guys over here, I'm like, this season's going to be awesome. That just got me ready to go. I was going to write the Browns off, and now I'm in. But I'll tell you why. It's a legitimate reason. That is no nonsense talk right there. That is no nonsense talk. He was straight to the point. He wasn't trying to sugarcoat anything. Yeah, he's excited. They're all ready to learn. All these young guys ready to learn. I'm going to teach them is what he's saying and get it right this time. And then he's saying, we just got to win. And that's the bottom line. We got to win. How do you fix bad rep? You play better. You win ball games. You play better. And sometimes that simplicity, that trickles down. That is the essence of it. Because if you have a guy who's in that top position and he starts to overthink things, you see that, and that looks like weakness to people underneath who are following, who are trying to pick up what he's putting down. But if you got a guy who's strong, opinionated, makes decisions, and gets straight to it, I don't know about you guys in New York. I'm feeling this guy, man. I like that. I'm sold on Monken. I'm sold, baby.
WWE superstar Seth Rollins on Good Morning Football this morning talking about Coach Monken. And I agree with what he has to say. Straightforward, straight to the point. I like that. No nonsense. I like that. But again, I'm going to go back to the one thing I don't like is you just can't say change the culture. I have to see it first. And you're not going to see it until you are probably 5 or 6 weeks into the regular season.
Yeah, that's just not specific enough.
Yeah.
That's like saying, we're going to make it better. Like, okay.
Yeah. I want to buy this. How do you do that? Make more money. Okay.
Details?
That's the thing. Because every coach has come in and said the same thing.
Yeah.
We need to
the
win.
Event's happening over there.
Yeah. We need to change the culture. Okay. How? But if he's coming in, no nonsense, straight to the point, and these players are resonating with his message, then that is changing the culture. If you can do it, you have to start inside your own room. Because all the noise on the outside, all they're going to say, same old Browns. Same old Browns. You need to start in the room, and you need to get those guys on board. Now, I'm also going to say that I think Cleveland needs a complete reboot. They need to completely hit the reset button.
Yeah, if they could delete the whole team and start from scratch, they'd be so much better off.
Because the way that they are doing it, where they're doing this, I think I can say half-ass. They are half-assing their rebuild.
Every time.
Because they think that they can do a partial rebuild, and they're only missing a piece here, a piece there, and it's not the case. It's never the case. Because as soon as they fill those pieces, other pieces show up missing. You need a clean, fresh rebuild, and it will take some time. So say it takes 3-4 years. Great. At the end of that 3 and 4 years, you can go ahead and you have yourself a team that is winning games and potentially making the playoffs. But if you don't, and you continue to do what you do, it is going to be the same cycle since 1999.
But it's like they're opening that new stadium in 28 or 29?
28.
28?
Yeah.
28, jeez. Oh, my God. Anyway, so.
I think. It might be 29.
Either way, the implication is that, you open a new stadium this year, you probably want them to at least make it to the Super Bowl so you can, have a bunch of big, cool games for your new stadium. That's what Sam's always talking about.
Yeah,
and
start of the 29 season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. It's still, though. Good Lord. So how the hell are we going to go from the Browns today to what I'm sure they want to be a Super Bowl ready team in 3 years for their new stadium?
It's not going to happen. Even if they did, even if right now we got an alert that says Myles Garrett was traded, it's still going to take 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, you have way too many broken pieces, way too much random money out to players who don't do anything for us anymore. It's crazy to think that, oh man, that 2029 season is going to be really interesting in that new dome. That's all I can say.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a great experience if fans can afford to go.
If anybody can make it.
I don't know. It's frustrating, and I'm not even, like I said, I'm not a diehard Browns fan. I'll call myself a casual Browns fan, and it's frustrating to me. I can't imagine how it feels to fans of this organization who have been lifelong fans.
Yeah, it drives me insane. I was telling Keller at the break that I've had like a year's worth of rant about the Browns that's been built up hearing Sam talk about all the stupid stuff they do. My heart goes out to all the hardcore Browns fans out there, because you guys are built different. It takes some patience to deal with the crap you deal with.
And the circle of people who are around me, the majority of them are diehard Browns fans, and I feel bad for him, because I don't feel the same way that they feel.
No.
And I can't feel the same way that they feel. So, I mean, I can give my opinion as an outsider of the organization looking in, and this is my opinion, because doing the same, with the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, and it does not work. And that is, it's insanity that they keep trying to partially rebuild when you see organizations who have said, you know what? We're just going to completely start from scratch, and look how those teams have made their way, and the cream starts to rise to the top.
And look how their fan bases reacted when that happened. They weren't furious that we lost 10 games because they expected to lose 10 games. Yeah. But the thing with the Browns is they'll make this huge blunder that everybody sees and goes, oh, that was really stupid. Why did you do that? You should have seen that coming. And then Haslam will get up there and be, yeah, well, that was part of the plan. We didn't need that guy anyway. You know, it's fine. We're good. We got it figured out. We got a plan. It's like, no, you made a mistake. It's okay to come out there and be like, look, we fumbled the ball on this one. We're going to be better.
Yeah.
I think if Jimmy Haslam could come out there with a bit of honesty and just be like, we're trying. We are sorry that we're doing so bad. People wouldn't be so mad about it.
You don't even need to say it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just start rebuilding.
And stop acting like every decision you make is incredible when it blows up in your face.
Yeah, because if you want that team in 2029 to be a winning program, you need to move Myles Garrett this year.
Yeah.
You need to get your draft capital.
He's too valuable to not use him as a bargaining chip.
Because you're going to get to a point. Myles has relatively been healthy. He's getting older.
Yeah, he's turning 30
he's a
this year.
freak of nature.
Absolutely.
If you look at him, he is an absolute freak of nature. But the haul that you could get for Myles Garrett right now,
oh my God,
would totally help project your program, your organization to where it needs to be. You start drafting good young people, and they have a ton of draft capital already. You could package all that up and just move up the draft. Take some of your third round, second round picks, package them together, move up a couple spots, get the guys you want. They had the best draft that I think Cleveland has had in a long time last year, just with all the pieces that they drafted that made their way into the starting roster and made huge impacts in that team.
And we ended up with a 4 quarterback room.
Yeah, it was. It honestly, though, with the position players that they got, it was a good draft. It's better than the one that, like, they've had like one good pick here and there, but as a complete draft, I think it was good for them, and I think they've got a lot of room to grow. Man, oh man, there's so much potential, and I hate that word because potential does nothing unless someone acts upon it. Like,
you got to have that follow through.
Potential is just potential until someone does something with it, and then it can turn into something else. But right now, man, oh man, it's frustrating for the Cleveland Browns. Good thing is, you think the running back room is solidified and good. You know, we just heard from Junkins; he had himself a good year last year, and again, the questions going at every season with the Browns: quarterback, offensive line. And here we go again. Another year, quarterback, offensive line. I had some, not breaking news, but just some other stuff coming through about the NFL draft and some different things. And this one hits close to my heart because I love this individual. I think he's going to be an amazing NFL star. He's going to be an absolute star. I'm a Notre Dame fan. Jeremiah Love is going to be amazing. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. Philadelphia Eagles running back and superstar Saquon Barkley was asked about Notre Dame's Jeremiah Love and if he's a potential top 10 pick. He says, I'm a big fan. I'm a really big fan. I think he's a heck of a player. I'm all for running backs. I think he has a great chance of going very high in the draft. I hope he goes as high as he can, but whoever gets this guy, they're going to get a versatile, can do it all back. He can block. He can run in between tackles, outside tackles. He can catch the ball. Super excited for him and wish him nothing but the best. It's really cool for a young man to come into the league and a bona fide superstar, stud like Saquon Barkley says those nice things about you. I mean, you can't look the other way. Some other news coming out of the NFL. Travis Hunter, a number 1 overall pick from last year. He has a timeline provided by the Jaguars general manager after his season-ending injury last year. And he said he'll be, for all intent and purposes, a limited participant through the offseason program with eyes on a return to play at full tick in training camp. So that's good news if you're a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars or Travis Hunter. Another, I tend to flock towards players who are good people too. And you don't always hear it all the time about different people in the NFL. A lot of times you'll only hear about the negative stuff. But I've heard nothing but great things about Travis Hunter off the field as well. I love the off the field guys. Those are the guys. If you're a good person off the field, that's the type of player that I want in my locker room. I want you in my locker room. I want high character individuals because you can overcome some physical deficiencies if you've got that character. If you're willing to push it a little bit harder, even if you lack a little bit of physical deficiencies, if you're a character guy, I love that. I love that so much. All right, let's check in on the Masters scoreboard today. First round of the Masters underway from Augusta, Georgia. Sam Burns, Rory McIlroy still in the clubhouse, sitting on top at 5 under. Kitayama and Jason Day, along with Patrick Reed, sitting at 3 under. Justin Rose is through 14. He's at 3 under. Lowry's at 2 under. See some bigger names that are either already in the clubhouse who are still out there. Jordan Spieth 1 under through 13. I know Jay was talking about Fleetwood. Where'd Fleetwood fall down to? He was playing pretty well. He's in the clubhouse at 1 under as well. So we'll be keeping an eye on the Masters as well. All the rounds, the feature round is still only through 13, so at least get the chance to watch a little bit of golf this afternoon. Don't forget, tomorrow on the show, it'll be Friday. What's the theme for Friday, Ryan?
It's the fill in the blank Friday.
Oh, fill in the blank Friday.
Yeah.
We'll have to come up with something tonight for you guys tomorrow. Fill in the blank Friday.
It's actually really easy. So you just come up with a poll question and then reword it so that it has a blank somewhere.
Oh, nice. Look at the vet behind the board. Or what's Sam say? Ryan behind the glass?
Yeah. On the other side of the glass. I love that because that is not glass.
It's plexiglass. But no, so it's been a lot of fun the last 2 days hanging out with you guys. This is all very new to me, this long format talk. Something I'm learning very quickly. So when you see Sam on Monday, make sure to give him his flowers too, because it's really not easy to sit here and to talk for 3 hours every day.
I think I would be fine if it was about something I'm well versed in.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, if I had to be in your seat right now hosting a sports show, good Lord.
Well, I mean, I'm well versed in sports, and I feel like I've struggled a little bit on this just because I don't want to ramble on and have people be like, dude, shut up already.
Well, but that's the job.
I know. I'm more comfortable.
Literally your job.
Like, I'm more comfortable going back and forth with one another. So when like you and I go back and forth,
it's so much easier.
Or when we have people join the show, or even the comments and the texts, when those come in, if you've got another topic or something you want to talk about, I'm more than willing to carry a conversation and have a discourse back and forth with you. If you hear one of my views and you're like, dude, that's dumb, text in, tell me why it's dumb. I'm more than happy to debate. And, maybe you prove me wrong. I am an open-minded individual who is willing to, hey, maybe my opinion isn't the greatest. I do my research. I try to know stuff, but hey, every now and then you're wrong, or every now and then someone's like, okay, yeah.
It's always fun to learn something.
100%.
We take a break though.
Oh, we do need
to squeeze a break in.
We're going to squeeze a break in. We'll be right back to wrap things up on the Sam Bourquin Show on AM1310 WDPN.
AWP Safety, North America's leading traffic safety company, wishes the best of luck to Stark County student athletes this fall, and they need you. Join AWP as a protector for steady work and an important job keeping people safe. They offer paid training, certification, referral bonuses, and advancement opportunities. To apply, visit jobs.awpsafety.com. That's jobs.awpsafety.com.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-498-2098 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-498-2098 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-498-2098 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
And we're back at the Sam Bourquin Show on AM 1310 WDPN. I'm Ryan Keller. Thanks for being here. And thanks for hanging out today, folks. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock right here on AM 1310 WDPN, the last day. And then Sammy B will be back and on your airwaves and on your social media and all that fun stuff on Monday. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll be back tomorrow. Matt Tift is going to join us at the 3 o'clock hour from the Mansfield Speedway. Cannot wait to talk to him. It's going to be a really fun interview. They've got a lot of stuff happening. It's going to be really, really cool. So make sure you're tuning in tomorrow at 3 o'clock right here on 1310 WDPN. Have a great evening, everyone. Thanks to Ryan for hanging out, producing, and not making it so I'm lonely here.
No, it's fine. I'll do this for Sam. Go Bucks, go Guards, go Cavs.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, be kind, hug your loved ones. We'll see you. Have a great evening.